Hey, what's going on, everybody? Cali Death Podcast back, episode 7. We got our homie Obie Flett in the house. Got the resident homies Joseph, Casey, and Joel. I myself am Anthony Trapani, and we are back. We are here to show you some more brutal fucking California death metal. And who better to bring on when we're talking about brutal death metal in California than Obie Flett?
You could just
What's up, dude? What's up?
What's happening?
Yeah, dude. The reason why we wanted to bring you on is because we obviously our history, we got 15 plus years, Joel, Casey, and I with you, I think 2005.
It's been a minute.
Showcase Theater was the first time I had ever met you. You handed me that first Inherit demo.
Was that when it was just you guys, and was that a Deeds show?
I've been trying to think about this. in the last, week, trying to pinpoint this. I don't know if I was even in Odious yet, because there was a showcase show that we did those double duty shows. In the first run, I was not in Odious yet.
Oh, you did Carnivorous, right?
Yeah, so it was still the same lineup: Carnivorous, Odious, right. Decrepit, Severed.
Yep.
But the first OG double duty tour I was not in Odious yet. So I think that might have been.
So you were playing in Carnivorous that time?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And then the second time we came through, it was Carnivorous, and I was also doing vocals for Odious. But yeah, so when we met, so that had to have been 2005, 2000.
Around
was
there.
It earlier than that?
05.
Was it 2004?
It was probably 05.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah. So you're a guy from the Santa Barbara, Ventura area. How long is Corona from you?
Corona depends. Those Friday night shows, like sometimes it'd take us 3 hours to get down there.
Really?
Sometimes more. The traffic is like horrendous, dude. But
that's one thing real quick. Sorry to just cut you off. I was also thinking about the other thing too, is that like the showcase was to us, it's the Pound SF. To you, it's the showcase. All the good shit was coming through there, right? Is that like your main hub of like all the underground
shit? That's where a lot of them were at,
Yeah.
There used to be so many good spots, like in Hollywood, man, like the House of Blues, the Knitting Factory, the Key Club. There was killer shows at all those places, man.
And they're within basically that same distance.
It's actually half the distance to Hollywood. Like Corona's like south, like kind of out in the,
I'm ill educated on geography down there.
It's all good.
But so Corona's further south of LA. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then Hollywood shows were much easier for you to get to.
Definitely. That's a straight shot.
What about Ventura itself?
Ventura?
Because I've played in Ventura, so I know there's some venues there.
There's cool spots everywhere where death metal shows were, like smaller death metal shows have all like shut down, and then there's somewhere else. There's been little dive bars and like cool spots. The Ventura Theater, they've had a lot of cool shows there, like Entombed, Cannibals played there a bunch of times. And bigger bands play there too. So that's like the main, Ventura Theater's been there for as long as I can remember.
Did you ever play in Downey, California?
The Holy Goalie?
Yeah. That's probably the most sketchy part of LA I've ever played in.
I don't think we played at the Holy Goalie. I've seen bands at the Holy Goalie. I've been there, but I don't think we ever. They might have played before I was even in Inherit Disease, like way back in the day, like 03 or something like that. But
is that the place that the power was going out on every band except for Carnivorous? What's up?
Yep. That was the Severed Carnivorous Odious little run.
Yeah, every band that night had the venue completely went dark, and then you would just hear the drummer.
That was the night that our buddy Murray from Severed choked out another friend of ours, Mike Marinkovich, from on the ground.
Well, nice. It's because he was pulling his pants down in the middle of the crowd, dude. So
you can't fuck with me.
You got to be out of here.
Murray's
I think he was just trying to moon us. He was trying to moon us, but I think his pants dropped a little further than he wanted them.
Well, they had all the no moshing signs. I remember that because I remember seeing those.
Yeah, but Murray's not the dude that necessarily.
Yeah. That was the first, I think, encounter with the no moshing was the holy goalie. Like seeing like it that posted it everywhere, like no crowd surfing, no moshing. We're like,
no, I literally think Murray was just like, this motherfucker doesn't have his pants on, dude. He's out.
He took it upon himself to be the bouncer, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. He's like, fuck this dude's butt cheeks. You're out of here.
Fuck yeah, dude. Great start. I love it. And I want to get to the beginning of your journey. We've done it with everybody else. Like, take us back to high school. Like when shit was like, oh, did you have any band going on in high school or no?
I did not, man. I had a guitar and I jammed a couple times. You know what's crazy is I remember the first time I actually like got with a drummer and a bass player and I had my guitar and we were playing like it was like a Metallica song, like one of the classics, you know what I mean? And I remember the first time the drums like locked in with the guitar and I was just like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, that was pretty cool, but that like literally lasted like 20 seconds. And that was probably about as far as I got playing guitar in a fucking band. And that was, I think I was probably 14 or 15 or something like that, you know? But,
from that point, you're like, okay, I'm not going to play guitar in a band. So just there's a bridge between you actually being in a band doing vocals or whatever. So like, what's going on during that bridge? Like, okay, I'm not going to play guitar in a band. What made you decide, oh, I maybe can do these types of vocals?
That took a long time, dude. I think it was just my lack of discipline that kind of squished me into the vocalist niche. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I never really got good enough at guitar to really do anything. And I honestly, man, the last time I really picked up a guitar, I was probably 18, 17. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like, I don't know. It wasn't something that I was really into, you know? But, God, I can't, doing guttural, I didn't start doing gutturals, you know what I mean? Like
neither did I.
Just the low fucking growls, you know what I mean? Like standard death metal growls is what I started doing, you know? And that was, dude, I was in my 20s when I first joined a band, man. Like a legit band. I was probably 21 or something.
What's the name of that band?
Ruckus. Yeah.
Oh.
And they were like a bunch of my homies from high school, you know what I mean? And they had been playing a lot. I would like go to every show, you know what I mean? And I don't know how it happened. You know what? I did I got on the mic one time when they were playing like a backyard show at our friend's house. And we did like a half of a Cannibal song or something, you know, and that was like the first, and people were like, holy shit, dude, that was fucking crazy, you know what I mean? And that was like the first time I was ever like did vocals in front, and I was hammered. There is a video floating around of that somewhere.
No dude. Shit.
Yeah, that like a VHS. I might have it like in a box at my grandparents' house or something, you know what I mean? But
that's awesome.
Yeah, dude, me doing vocals and then like throwing up over the balcony railing like later that night, you know what I mean?
Well, that's like Joel at Aptos. He plays sets and then goes out and peace.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I used to just like absolutely black out before I go on stage. It was pretty tight.
Before,
yeah, no, there was times where I would just be, I don't know, I would get that. I was young. I just turned 21 and stuff. Like, I mean, it was 2021 when I was in Odious and stuff, and we'd make friends with, you know, like Murray and all these people, and they just like want to drink with me, and then they're just double fisting like Long Islands. I thought Long Islands were cool back then, and I was just like totally living it up. Like, yeah, I got this shit. I'll fucking. And I'm like, I get up there and like hold the bass. I'm like, oh fuck, this is like gonna be an ordeal now. But yeah,
that was only one time. I'm just calling you out for that.
No, there was another time.
Maybe there was another time.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyways, back to the story. To be continued.
So yeah, Ruckus, you're hammered. You got the videotape. So did you go with them for a while? Did you do some shows with them?
We played a bunch of local shows. God, where did we just played a bunch of local shows in Santa Barbara, and that was good. That was a really good time, man. Those were some super fucking cool guys. That was good stuff. I did that. Dude. I don't even know how long I did it for. I want to say maybe a year or 2 years. And the guitarist, who was like super good, he actually went to school up there in SF, and I think he got like a master's in classical guitar or something, but he went from death metal, and then he kind of left us, and that was the first time when he left that band. It was like, I remember it was like breaking up with a girlfriend or something, dude. That feeling? It was like you feel like you just got dumped or something. It was like, that was the first time I experienced that, dude. That was crazy, man. But yeah, he went on to do crazy shit. He's like one of the sickest. He could like play guitar riffs that'll like make you cry. Watch him. You know what I mean? Like seriously sick stuff.
I mean, I don't want to get on too far into it, but is he still releasing? Does he have music that you can go and listen to?
I don't think so, man.
No shit.
I think he started getting the carpal tunnel thing, and I'm not, I haven't talked to him in a few years, man, but I'm not exactly sure what he's up to now.
Yeah.
I got a funny actually correlation to that. My brother back in like the 90s, so I don't know when this was, he was in a band called Ruckus in New Mexico. And it was RU had one backwards K and one right side K, like I think Ruckus. And they were like, I think they were saying like, there's another band that already took the name and they can't fucking play. I don't know how big if you guys released anything.
There was one album,
Yeah.
There was this homeless dude in Santa Barbara called the Runner. He would just kind of walk around like kind of, he was a little light in the loafers, maybe, you know what I mean? Just kind of down the street. But if you looked at him and for longer than like 2 seconds, he would just kind of like turn around and start running away from you, like at like a slow jog, and then just a fucking sprint, dude, like running down the street. So our guitarist made a song called Die Runner, and the album cover had that dude's head with like an arrow stabbed through it, like I don't even know how I got a picture of this guy, but he was like a local like crazy bum in Santa Barbara. And yeah, it was a little crusty, like I don't know, the dude was into like crust punk, you know what I mean? So there's kind of, if you looked at it, you'd be like, okay,
dude, then I'm down. No, now he sounds like a dude I want to hang out with.
Yeah, they were, like I said, man, they were good dudes. I still, the drummer I still talk to from time to time, like I'm friends with him on social media and stuff. And the bass player or guitarist, I can't even remember what he did now. But yeah, Devin, my buddy, I still talk to him every once in a while. And he's still into death metal and stuff. So I'll chat with him about death metal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, but yeah, that was a good time, dude. That was a really good time.
Cool, dude. So that's coming out of high school. And
coming out of high school, early 20s. And then after that, I started partying really hard.
Yeah.
Partying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and around that time, I met up with some younger cats. They were probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years younger than me. And they were like, I think they were in high school. And I was like in my early 20s, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I remember, dude, playing I was like in my early 20s, and we played like a high school Battle of the Bands thing. And this was a band called Mortem. That was like the next thing that I did, and there was probably a year or two in there where I didn't really do much. And so, yeah, it was kind of old school death metal, and I don't know where those cats are. I know I still talk to one of the guys, but I don't know. It's weird with those old bands, like people just kind of scatter, Mm-hmm. Like cockroaches when you turn the lights on, man. They're just they're like into obscurity, it's a trip, man. But and at that time, I was doing drugs. I was pretty messed up, dude. I was pretty messed up. I'm not gonna lie, you know.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
Yeah, and that was a pretty crazy time in my life. You know what I mean? And I actually, you know, I was getting so crazy that I started like selling stuff and kind of, you know, just supporting my habit any way I could, you know. And the fucking, you know, they threw a net over me and said, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" And I got into like a program and stuff. I'm like, all right, you know, so, and I just went full bore into that, you know what I mean? Mid-20s, and I was just done, you know, I was done. And from there, that's when I met, with Mortem. We played a show. I can't remember the name of the place. It was off Rice Road in Oxnard. But we played a show. We opened up for a band called Inherent Disease. And that's when I first met like Andy and Josh and Dallas and you know, the guys from that band. And I remember, like, you know, I was like drinking and I offered one of those dudes a beer and they were like, "Nah, I don't drink, man." And I was just like, what? You know what I mean? Like I couldn't even, I don't know, it was just weird to me, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, these guys are weird. And then, like, you know, I got into a program and I got my shit straight, and, you know, I was going to like meetings and shit, and I ran into one of the dudes from that band. And he was just like, "Hey man, it's good to see you, dude." I'm like, holy fuck.
At a meeting?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a convention actually. It was like a, you know, like where it's like a meeting but with like 1,000 people, I guess.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Hey man, you know, we haven't really been doing shit. Like, you should like cruise up one day and just, you know, grab the mic." And I was like, fuck yeah, you know? And at that point I was practicing gutturals, you know, I was kind of switching up my shit a little bit and trying different stuff, and listening to a lot of Despondency. And dude, I remember Wretch, like the vocals in that, the vocals in that band, like seriously, Justin
totally
Wretch was like a huge influence to me.
Dude, my story about Wretch,
he's my friend, you know, he's my good friend, dude. And he'll just be like, "Shut up, dude. Don't even say that." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I met both of those dudes. What are their names? Sorry.
Justin and Ryan.
Justin and Ryan. So I was at the first Maryland Death Fest and the second one, but the first one was when I had met them. I'm pretty sure that they played the first year, and it was something that really blew me away. It was just two dudes, drum machine, and the fucking gurgliest gurgles you could fucking hear.
Benoit baby heads or something.
Dude, yeah. I remember listening to that and like reading the lyrics, and that shit was like the most foul, disgusting comedy. I was just like laughing, you know what I mean? Like, there's no way he's saying this, you know? It's like, you know, and there's no way. You know, this detailed, crazy fucking, you know, and the words they used, it was just like, it was genius, dude. I was like, these guys are fucking insane. You know?
Oh, I was getting down, dude. I had a great time. I know exactly what was going on. So when they were on stage, it was at the Sonar Theater in Baltimore. I think no, that's not correct. I can't remember the name of the first venue that they had it at, but the way that they had it set up was the balcony up top and then the main floor below. And
never been there. I've never been to Maryland Death Fest.
It was a sick venue, dude. It was small and intimate and fucking sick, but up top it was 360 degrees. You could walk all the way around, so you could walk behind the bands and shit too. So I just remember at one point during their set, I was looking down on them from behind them, and I was just like, "Wow, this is fucking crazy." I've never. And then I seen Putrefied like a year later too, or maybe it was. Did Putrefied play the year that Odious played Maryland Death Fest?
I think they play every year.
Well, you mean he?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just talking about like small number of humans on stage with like drum machines and every, you know, it's just like
Insidious and Wretch,
but it's still heavy as fuck, you know?
Yeah,
All right.
I have a similar story with Rich seeing him at Gathering of the Sick. In Albuquerque, which is I have family out there. My brother brought me to Gathering of the Sick. He was all into death metal, and Deeds of Flesh was headlining, and it was Rich. And I was still not really. I don't think I was still like in my Slayer, Sepultura, Pantera phase, I want to say. And I saw Wretch had a lasting fucking impact on me. I remember seeing that, and they were just heavy as fuck. There was before YouTube, I'd go look up on like all the file share stuff to try to find videos of them constantly. And like, no, I actually really got into them for for a little while. That was actually kind of got me into the gutturals too. It's a trip.
I bought both their albums that show that I'm talking about. I went up to their merch table and said, "Give me them both, dude. I need them."
I had to bring this up, but didn't the singer guy pass away?
Well, they did dual vocals, but yeah, Ryan, he I think it was leukemia.
Yeah.
Is that bone cancer?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yep. Or blood. Yeah,
he was always like that. He battled that shit for a long time. I remember he had a cane. He kind of walked with a cane and stuff. And dude, that guy was awesome, man. Both those dudes are fucking super cool, you know.
Totally.
But yeah,
R.I.P.
That sucks, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? When we played our Visceral Transcendence album release show, Justin was gonna come and do some guest vocals with us. He was gonna come up, and I guess that's when Ryan went into the hospital, and he's like, "Oh, I can't make it," Ryan's in the hospital, and then we were on this tour, and I think we were in Oklahoma, and Justin texted me, he's all, Ryan passed away. I was just like, fuck. I remember exactly. I was sitting on a porch in Oklahoma, man, you know, but getting back to the story, those dudes like that, Justin Ritchie's vocals, man, were like one of my main like influences. I just love the way it sounded. It was like the grossest thing I'd ever heard, and that, and obviously like, Matty Way's vocals, stuff like that. And even before all that, Demolich, Antti Bowman from Demolich, dude. That fucking guy, the first time I heard that band, I think I was like a sophomore in high school or something. And, this was a long time ago, there was nothing like that around, and I was like, I thought it was fake, I was like, oh, and they're like doing some sort of fucking effects or something, but yeah, those dudes really had an impact on me. So yeah, the guys ran into them at the meeting, and I wound up going up there and jamming. And I remember Josh, he looked at me and he's like, dude, that sounds like Mortal Decay. And I was just like, whoa, that's awesome.
Praise.
So yeah, that's how I got in with inherited disease. And their singer Dallas, he's gone now too, man. He passed away, I don't know, a couple of years ago of an overdose. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, it's a trip, man.
Yeah,
but,
it's like flies with that shit, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's like flies with that shit.
Yeah. So but yeah, and then and those dudes were from Ojai, and they had met like the Deeds guys. They played a show with them in Ojai before I was in the band, and they kind of hooked up, and Jacoby was like, dude, you guys are sick, you know what I mean, like get us something. And so I think when I had like started jamming with them, they had kind of slowed to a crawl, they weren't really doing much besides jamming here and there, and I kind of lit the fire under their ass, and I'm like, dude, like, if you guys want to do this, let's fucking do it, and we recorded, I think Josh recorded a little demo. He had a little song, I don't even know what he recorded it on, but we recorded a 3-song demo, which is floating around out there still. And
is that the one you handed me at the showcase?
I believe it is, man.
What year did you record that? Because I think I remember you writing the year on it.
2004.
Yeah, I think it said Inherit Disease 2004 demo. That's all it said on the cover, and it was 3 songs.
What year did Procreating come out? Was that
2006?
Oh, 6? Okay.
On Metal Archives, Inherit has 2 demos. There's a 2003 and a 2005 demo. The 2005 demo.
No, the 2005 is what I got.
It's called Obligated to Suffer.
That's the two. Okay, that's the one. That's the one then, because the 2003 is the one with Dallas on vocals, and it's kind of a more professionally done. They have like, album art and stuff. Like the next one was just me like cranking them out on the CD-ROMs, like at my house, writing.
That's what it was. I just got like a TDX.
Yeah. I just cranked out a bunch and was just like frisbeeing them all over, you know what I mean?
Dude.
Here. And so that's the one that you got for sure. And I believe that's the one that we got to Jacoby, and he was all, let's do this, and that was
hell yeah.
That was fucking.
I've always said this. You and Jacoby have to start a band and call it Obi-Wan Jacoby, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
That's ridiculous.
I've said it for years, bro.
I've never
for
heard that.
years. Come on. I probably, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's always been in my head and I'm just saying it now. Perfect time to say it.
Oh, man.
So, all right. Demos in Jacoby's hands. He's and Eric, and they both listened to it. They hit you back. What do they say?
It was Jacoby. Jacoby was the main dude who was kind of talking with us and stuff. I think I was emailing. We had this, I can't remember her name, but she was kind of like managing the band. And she was kind of trying to talk to him about some shit and like confusing the fuck out of things. I remember that because she was like doing stuff with the band. Like when I played with Mortem, when we opened for Inherit Disease, like she set up that show and she was like doing all kinds of stuff for the band, but then when I came on, like she was like nowhere, she wasn't around. And then all of a sudden when like we got the shit rolling with Unique Leader and stuff, then she like popped back in and started trying to like do stuff. And we're like, wait, whoa. We got this, I remember that was like kind of confused, and he's like, hey dude, like what the hell's going on, like what is this chick saying? And I'm just like, I don't even know. So we had to weed that out. I mean, she was super cool and she had nothing but good intentions, but it just created confusion. So he was just like, I can't remember, he's like, get some songs together and get a recording date. We had the contract. I remember it's probably still on the wall in Andy's garage.
Nice.
Up in Santa Barbara where we used to jam, dude. He still got his drum set up there, dude. He jams with all kinds of different people, man.
No shit.
Yeah, he's still
awesome.
doing it, but I think he's got 4 kids, so he's got one on you, bro.
Ah, you beat me.
Yeah, he's got one on you, man. So he's super busy, you know what I mean? But I think it's still on the wall up there at the jam spot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like at his parents' house in like a 2-car garage. It's like they're pretty well off, so they have like a separate, just a jam spot sitting there.
So at that time, 2006 when it came out, so you guys would have had to record between 2005, 2006.
Well, it was. I don't know when the demo was recorded. It was probably late 2004, early 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And we had probably half of that stuff was written already. Mm-hmm. So I remember stuff. Like Josh and Sean just went into just crazy writing mode. And I remember Josh was just cranking out killer riffs. He comes up with some sick stuff.
Yeah, dude. I love that first record, dude. There's plenty of memorable stuff from that album.
The stuff that you told me that we talked about, I remember those are like Sean riffs. He was a fucking Gorgasm fan, like just a Gorgasm freak. So that yeah, dude, that's all Sean. Dude.
In this living room right now, I'm at my parents' house right now because they got better Wi-Fi and there's nobody here. I had that album cranking with that riff going at fucking full blast, and I'd be headbanging in my living room, dude, to that song. That's the first song on Procreating, right? And that's the ending riff, right? It's like a
No, that wasn't the first. That was like midway in the album.
oh shit. Okay. So but there's also a heavy ass riff.
That was the first song.
Yeah.
That was the
Yeah. That's the first one. All right.
Yeah, that was oh god, man. I haven't even thought about this shit in so
I know, dude. We never do, but we're reminding you about it now.
yeah, man. But so yeah, I mean, we put that shit together, and we went up and recorded with Kit Stork. I want to say he was the dude that recorded Crown of Souls. Same dude. They were like, go to this dude. He'll do you right, you know. And we went up there. We got a hotel room for a week, and maybe a little less than a week. And we were there like 12, 16 hours a day, just like cranking out these tunes, you know. And Eric and Jacoby and Mike would come by and hang out with us and stuff, because it was in San Luis. So we were up there kind of hanging with those dudes. That was a surreal time, you know. That was like when it was like, God, it's hard to explain, man. But it was just, it was like, I felt like I was living the dream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
Like,
No, I kind of hope that you were going in that direction, because it sounds like for all of us right now, we're all in our 30s, creeping up on 40, some of us, and all that shit. It's just like back when you're at a time where like you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and ready to go and make your music, do your thing, and then boom, Unique Leader hits you up and you're like, oh shit, okay, here we go, we're fucking doing it. Like, and then Eric and everybody showing up at the recording, you're just like, dude, that surreality that you're talking about is, I mean, we all have that story. I can't come up with mine right in this.
Well, I just want to throw out that if Eric and Mike showed up while we were recording, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't want you guys anywhere near this right now. Like, I don't want you guys watching me. Like, get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
all nervous and shit. We were definitely nervous, bro. It was like, but they were like homies, man. Like we went over to Eric's house and like barbecued and shit. You know what I mean? Like, seeing this crazy ass fucking dude. Yeah, these dogs, they look like fucking horses, man.
Yep.
Dude, I think they were
out on the ranch, right?
American bulldogs or something. I just remember one just like tackled Josh, dude, and just started like licking him. And it was like, remember that movie Turner and Hooch with a fucking,
oh fuck yeah, dude,
flying out of their face, dude. It was like dripping off his beard. It was like it was disgusting. But Josh like just submitted, dude. He just like laid down and just like, dude, this dog just destroyed him with slobber, dude. It was great.
That's awesome.
But yeah, we went over to his pad, barbecued, and you know, those dudes, they kind of like took us under their wing and told us how it was, you know. And that's, you know, I talked to Mike Hamilton recently about this, dude, and because I was an apprentice tile setter then, you know, and I remember Mike told me, like, when we were up there, I think, and he was like, dude, he's like, you know, what do you do, you know? And because he was in flooring at the same time, you know, he did like, I'm not exact, but he worked at like a flooring place, and he was like, dude, he was like, have something else to do besides music. Like, don't put 100% of everything you got into this without a backup plan, because this ain't going to pay your bills, you know? And that's, at that time, when you feel like that, it's like, I needed to fucking hear that, because I could have just fucking said, fuck everything, you know what I mean? And just like live at my parents' house and try to do this. But, you know, I really took that to heart, and, you know, I put my all into what I was doing at the time, because I was enjoying it. You know what I mean? I had such a cool boss, dude. He was so stoked when we got signed. He was like, whatever, when we would go on tour and stuff, like, whatever you need, just let me know, like 3-4 months ahead of time. you know, and I
I
would tell
remember
him,
you telling
okay,
me that. We've talked about that back then, dude. You were
yeah,
talking.
yeah,
Remember, like 9 years ago, we talked because I was remodeling my house and shit, and you were helping me on some tile shit, and we were
you
talking
almost
about
set your
that.
floor with mastic. I was like, no, 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 no. Yeah,
Yeah,
remember.
dude, I literally laid my whole kitchen floor down, and Obie was like, "Nah, dude, pull it back up." And I listened to him. I pulled it back up, and I fucking did it right. And
Yeah.
that shit's fucking still good. Wrong house, but yeah, that shit's still good, dude.
Brad.
It's
That's
crazy
great.
how much Mike has helped pretty much everyone that's been on this unique leader, including
Yeah.
ourselves. So like he's the number one. I call him, Archaic did last time. Call him, it's like the death metal dad. He's the death metal dad. He tells you,
Yeah, dude.
he kind of humbles you. He goes like, I've been doing this a long time. This is what you need to look for. This is what's going to happen. Blah, blah, blah. It's not going to be your living. And it was like what you said. It was kind of like one of those things where like, fuck, really? Like shit.
Represent.
Like I thought we just
exhumed.
oh, nice.
Oh,
Fuck
there
yeah.
you go.
But yeah, no, it was definitely one of those humbling experiences. Then we'd have people like Ash Avildsen or whatever that guy's name is be like, you guys want to do this for a career? And I remember talking with Mike and Unique Leader and Eric and everyone. They're just like, have kind of a backup thing going, because it's not going to be like, and like they brought us into a room, or I mean Ash did, and was like, I think I want to sign you guys to our like booking agency, and you guys are going to make this much money, and you'll be able to survive and live on your own with only music and stuff. And I was like, I don't really believe this guy. I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, a long time ago, we all subconsciously or consciously realized that we're in this for the passion. We're in it for
Absolutely.
the love of the art, dude, and that's it.
Yeah.
As long as you can keep your shit afloat outside of that, and raise your kids and be there for them and all that type of shit, like as long as you can create something still and feed that part of you.
The hardest part in life, man, is the balance, bro. The balance.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to make time for everything and not neglecting any part of your life. You have
Very
to like
hard, dude.
spread yourself out like super thin and just like hit every little spot that you need to, man.
It's a sacrifice, dude.
Yeah.
It's a sacrifice for sure on your own part, unfortunately. But at the same time, like all of it's worth it as long as you find the correct balance that we're talking about.
Absolutely.
You pie chart yourself, give yourself slices, give other aspects of your life the slices as well. And as long as those slices are working on that pie chart, then you're chill. Fuck sleep, dude.
Obie, I gotta ask, do you remember playing the Death by Derby show at the Vets Hall in Santa Cruz in 2006?
Absolutely. That was an awesome show, dude. I had no idea how that was going to be, because it was like put on by like the Derby chicks, and I was like, this is like weird. Like it was different, but we were playing, what was it? Decrepit Birth. You know what? I have a CD-ROM of that show somewhere too.
No way.
Yeah.
I would like to have that.
Yeah.
That was my first
And
underground death metal show.
I think Brain Drill opened on that one.
Brain Drill opened, and then Embryonic Devourment was the fourth band.
That's right.
Austin Spence. Shout out to Austin Spence.
Those guys are so
Embryonic Devourment.
those guys are really cool. And I haven't talked to those dudes in, it's probably been at least a decade. You know what I mean? But I just remember like back in the day, those guys were super chill,
Yeah, I was 15 years old at that show.
Really?
Yeah, and I remember you guys killed it. I didn't know about death metal. I just knew Decrepit Birth at the time, and maybe Brain Drill because local band.
The local bands. Yeah.
But I definitely was just starting to get into it, and definitely you guys blew me away. And I had seen like one death metal show before, but it was like Arch Enemy, and then Hate Eternal happened to open at that show. So I'd like seen Hate Eternal, but that Death by Derby was the first time I got to see like what an underground death metal scene was, and
the real heavy shit.
it was fucking sick.
That was my first show at Decrepit Birth.
So that's when I would have met Joel. Well, not met, but seen Joel and been like a dweeby, like whatever.
I remember just like learning I still had some stuff I hadn't really learned, and I'm sitting there with Matt, like doing acoustically, like in the cold, like, oh, shit, I didn't get this right. Like, because there's a lot of people there. It was actually a good turnout.
That was a killer show, right?
Totally. No, I was like, this fucking place is back, because that's the Vets Hall in Santa Cruz. And actually the Vets Hall made a comeback, and it was in March like 13th or something. So it immediately got shut down and just gone. So
we got to try to open it again later.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Someone's got to do
so.
something about it.
I think I've seen Decrepit Birth more than any other band, except for maybe like Napalm Death and Cannibal Corpse, dude. Wow. Yeah. They played, the first show they played was at the Brick, right? Down in San Diego.
Yep.
With Disgorge. I was there.
It was the
That
first
was
like
crazy.
at a venue. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Casey.
Yeah.
Was the Derby the show? Was that when you were up there and you were like ready to go? I remember we were getting off stage, you guys were setting up and stuff, and they were like, "You guys ready?" And you're like, "Yeah, let's do this." And then somebody's like, "Wait, dude, where are your cymbals?" And you're like, "Oh, fuck." You had no cymbals up there. You like, totally spaced it, dude, but you're ready to rock besides that, man.
I don't even remember that.
I'm pretty sure it was the Derby show. You were just like, oh. You're like, oh,
The
fuck.
symbols were. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah,
dude.
you had
That's
no
funny.
cymbals up, dude, but you're ready to go.
It's
Like,
funny how
shit.
other people remember so much stuff that I totally don't remember. And I was like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Well, dude, those moments, like right before you're about to go on, is like a dream. You know what I mean? You get in that
Yeah.
Right.
fucking zone where you kind of have some adrenaline and like you maybe got to fart and like you feel kind of weird.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything's just kind of trippy like that. That's an awesome. I miss that.
Yeah.
There's that
no,
one
for
dude
sure.
staring at. There's that one dude in the very front, like staring at you all weird, and like you're like, fuck that guy, dude. What the fuck?
No, at first you're like, "What's up, dude?"
So
And
what
then you
the
turn
guy-
around and he's still staring.
Some guy like
You're
at the
like,
front of
"All
the
right."
stage, just like
Yeah.
Or the kid with their mouth open, like.
That would have been me for sure.
or the
It's
awkward.
like watching
kid
your
with
every
the-
move to be like, oh, is he doing that right? What's he doing?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
totally.
you lost his quarter for a second.
Oh, I
fucking
hate
idiot.
that, dude. I hate that.
Yeah.
Fucking arms, they're like this. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
We gotta
These
start
days
a-
they're like live commenting on it as they're going.
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Like,
know what?
Not that great
That was
to be
before
honest.
that though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think around that time was like before everyone was staring at their phones, dude.
Oh,
This
for
was
sure,
like,
yeah.
It's flip phones only.
It was maybe some fucking rich motherfucker had a BlackBerry or some shit.
Or
like
a sidekick. The ones that I had, and I'm saying that like those assholes. I was one of those assholes. I had one that fucking you'd like flip it and it would swing out, and you'd be like, "Yeah, dude."
You're like,
it's
hold
their-
on.
I got a keyboard, dude. You guys are hitting fucking A, B. You're hitting
T9 or
one
whatever.
3 times to get to C. You know.
Oh,
was
let me borrow that thing, Anthony. PORN.
And how long would it have loaded up in that time,
And I
dude?
was like, go,
Like,
one picture.
All right, dude. In 15 minutes, I got to set it up. I'm going to be in the bathroom at this time.
Yeah.
That was the life, man. That was the new technology, dude.
Or
That's,
yeah, razors and shit. Yeah, that's all that was going on then. It wasn't.
Remember when Matt got an
fucking
iPhone? He
screens.
like he didn't know that, like, because there's data is a new thing, so he didn't know data rates were like a huge thing, and he went to Canada and just came back and it was like a $900 bill. He was like for like 2 days. He was like he just like surfed the internet a couple times and like just like, oh, it's still like it's like a fucking $100 fucking a megabyte, dude.
He was
It's
like browsing something on Amazon, dude. Like,
You gotta be ready for that shit.
I need
Yeah.
fucking almonds. Oh, dude, $300, dude.
You know what's fucking
I think
crazy
I had a BlackBerry.
is they'll get you even on the 10. I've been fucking hit on the 10
roaming.
in Texas saying I was in Mexico. I'm like, what in the fuck, man? Like, I'm on the fucking I-10, you know?
Crazy.
But it's
Yeah.
that close to the border where it just like
Yeah.
pops you into Mexico and it's like, you need fucking international blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
What the
So
fuck?
that's like that goes by El Paso, right? The 10?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
I know
it's
exactly. what
past
you're
El
talking about.
Paso, like towards like, San Antonio or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll start popping you for fucking international calls and shit. It's weird. Man.
Yeah. Got to learn the hard way with the touring phone memories,
So-
Oh yeah.
All right, enough about roaming and getting charged. We're taking
Verizon, you guys are
So 2006, he played Derby, Death by Derby, and then sorry. I just want to say, like, I knew about Inherited Disease from that show, but then I didn't really get the album that was out, and then it wasn't until 2011 that the next one dropped that I became a big fan. So catch me up between 2006 and 2011. Like what happened? I wasn't really paying attention that much. So,
Kinds of shit happened, bro.
Yeah.
Like shit happened.
Played
Tell
some
me.
shows with us.
Well, we
fucking-
played, we did, and that's, we didn't have our shit together fast enough. It would have been sweet if we had got on that tour, you know what I mean? But it was like too late, and they
Dude.
were just like, "Fuck, we'll try to get you on as many as we can." You know what I mean? So
those nights that you guys played, dude, it fit perfect. It was
great.
Yeah, it was a
That was
great
fucking
night
great,
every
man.
time
Those
you
are
guys
some
were
of the
playing,
funnest
dude.
shows I've ever played, dude. Like,
Yeah.
and not, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like we didn't play that great at those shows, but like just like you guys, like the people there and like the camaraderie of like all the bands like in those shows was like some of the coolest shit I've ever felt. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that was fucking awesome. And I was super sad when we left, man. I was
Oh man, the
super sad.
depression, dude. The
You know?
depression. I
But-
felt that same thing after that tour, dude. I to be honest, I fucking cried on the way home. The fucking last show, dude. We were at the Pound, and literally I was saying goodbye to everybody. I mean, Erlen was going back to fucking Norway. You know, it's like all this shit, and I was just like, dude, I just had some of the best fucking moments with so many of these dudes.
I don't think anything
And-
beats that first nationwide tour. Like when
Yeah.
you're bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and you're going, you're all of a sudden you're showing up in
Young.
fucking Canada and shit, and you're like, what
And
the
you
fuck?
gotta,
This is real.
well, you also got to give it up to, Embalmer, dude. No, you got to give it, you got to give it up to the fact that like that was a really nice group of people, dude.
Yeah.
Like it could have been different if there wasn't those types of humans on that bill, you know. Like what Obie's talking about is true. Like we had like a connection, and to tell you the truth, dude, like leaving California without Inherent Disease on that tour,
Yeah.
it was weird. We felt like we shouldn't have left you behind. You guys should have came with us because of what was happening right in, what was it, like 2, 3, 4 shows that we did with you before we left California. And we're just like, oh shit, now we feel like we're kind of missing something the whole time, you know?
Yeah, no, that was good shit, man. I wish we would have been able to do the whole thing, but it
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. But it's like at the same time, we still made the connection that we had, and it stayed solid. I mean, we're sitting here 15 years later, or 14, 13 years later, and we're talking about it still, you know?
Did you guys play the Jumping Turtle with us?
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did the
Turtle's
Jumping
cool.
And
Turtle,
Marcos.
we did the showcase, we did the
Knitting Factory.
Yeah.
I think that was
Yep.
it. Was there
What
one?
was that show in Pacifica? Was that it was the Octopus Lounge? Wasn't it like Odious?
Oh yeah, we brought you up to Pacifica, dude. We
That
brought
was
you up to
different.
my
That was
hometown.
where we
Yeah.
played with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
Brain, I
rad.
think that was one of Brain. No, that wasn't their first
Did
show.
Brain Girl play?
They played. They
did,
opened up.
Wow, dude.
Cool.
It's so cool. It's like, one, why don't I remember this? And two, I remember it, but it's just like I feel bad not knowing all the bands that are on a bill that I've played, you know? It's like I remember certain bands, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, there was other bands though too. And then people remind me of who was on the bill. So at
Crazy.
Octopus Lounge, was that a Odious headlining? That was Odious headlining.
Yeah.
You
It
guys
was
supporting.
us, Brain Drill, and I think maybe did Flesh Consumed play on that one?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
dude,
so.
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That's a
Wow.
sick fucking show right there,
Yeah.
dude. And it's
Foggy Ass Pacifica, dude.
Yeah.
4 minutes from where I'm at right now, dude. I could literally get there in 4 minutes. And that also, I gotta brag a little bit just to say, like, Pacifica wasn't shit with death metal until I started doing it. And then now you got Severed. Perfect opportunity, Joseph. Break it out, bro.
Oh yeah, you got a Pacifica fucking shirt.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Put it aside.
Yeah,
that
bro.
says
Putting
Pacifica.
Pacifica
right?
on
I
the
don't-
map, motherfucker.
Yeah,
So-
I don't even own one of those. So first
at the
show
top,
on
very
that is
top.
at Winter's Tavern. That's literally in my hometown, Pacifica.
Yeah, and I was at this show, but I did
Joseph
not.
was there.
I just got this shirt from the homie Brennan Shackelford, who plays drums for a bunch of sick Texas bands, and Broda Quinn
Shout
recently.
out.
Reviled, right? Is he in Reviled?
I think he's in Reviled too. Yeah.
Okay.
He just
Shout out.
he's selling off some shirts. I got the Atheist and the Severed today.
Nice,
so
dude. Yeah,
Yep.
keep it in the fam, dude.
yeah, I'm super stoked. Except it's an XL and I'm an L. So anyone
gotta start-
else bigger than me, I'll give this shirt to you for free.
Holler-
Just kidding.
holler at
Bulking
me.
up. Let's start bulking up, dude.
I gotta bulk up. I gotta get to Severed Savior
trade. Let's
size.
trade.
You gotta
right
get
now.
the Summer Savior mode.
That's your shirts.
SS size.
Fucking
Yeah.
Murray Fitzpatrick style, dude. That's they gotta get to Murray mode, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right. So now
Next
we're
tour. What's the next tour? Yeah.
Well, so did you guys support the second album as well before you moved on?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. So who'd
Yeah.
you go out with on that second album?
The second album, shit, man. I want to say Septical Gorge.
Yep.
Those
Nice.
dudes were so fucking cool, man. And it was a tour, like fuck, brutal death metal tours are always a shit show. It was gonna be Inherit Disease, Incinerate, Septical Gorge, and fuck, I can't remember who else, but 4 days before the fucking tour started, Incinerate dropped off, and the dude who set the whole thing up was in Incinerate. So this dude wound up having to, it was Scott, the guy who ran Brutal Bands.
Oh
He
yeah.
wound up having to chauffeur all these Italian dudes around, without his band. So he actually came out on the tour just taking them around. Fuck, I hope I'm getting this right, dude. I'm like, fuck. Am I mixing up tours right now?
Well,
I don't think I am. But
you'll be corrected.
dude, I'm leaving so much shit out though. I'm leaving so much shit out.
What do you
Oh, we
want to
got
get
time,
back to?
dude. We
Hold
got
on,
time.
yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
We can fill in the
Can
details.
we just stop it and just start over again, Casey? I'm just kidding. No, but there was okay. Let me just take you back real quick. I want to
Go
say it
for
was
it.
like 2009, 2008, maybe. There was lineup changes in Inherit Disease.
Mm.
There was we were gonna do a tour, like just a West Coast tour with Devourment, Guttural Secrete, and Condemned, and we had it all set up. And our drummer Andy, love that dude with all my heart. He bowed out the last minute. He's the guy with a bunch of kids and a demanding job. And
I will say, real quick, Andy's a great dude. All the time that I spent with him was fucking top notch.
love that dude to death, man.
Yeah.
He's a great guy, but it just I think became too much for him, and he hung in there, and he left at the worst time. Like he left at the, you know what I mean? Like he just called me, like we were literally had our bags packed, and he was like, dude, I can't fucking do this anymore. I got so much shit going on. Like, I'm sorry, I can't fucking do this. I'll talk to you later. And just it was like that. I was just like, oh shit. And that's when I called Justin from Wretch, and I was like, we're not going to be able to do this. And at that point, Sean, the original guitarist, had left the band. Dan Osborne, who is the drummer for Inherit Disease, came on as the guitarist because he's multi-talented. So but Dan plays drums. He's a drummer, but he can also play guitar. So he came in playing guitar, and he left. And then Dan's like, I can play drums, dude. And we're like, okay. So this motherfucker goes, yeah. He's like, I can play drums, and I have a jam spot in Santa Paula with my drums set up, and we can just move over there. Because we were jamming at Andy's house. You know what I mean? Like it was all around him. I thought we were done. I'm like, okay, this is it. This is it, And we pulled it together, man. And we started, Dan started playing drums. We got Derek DeRoos moved from fucking Pennsylvania over here. He was trying, I think he tried out for Decrepit Birth too. He was had some videos online and shit. He just came to California to play some
Me too.
fucking Cali death metal, dude.
Get out to Cali and fucking
That
play in one of the
motherfucker
bands.
he's as solid as they come, man. You know? So, you know, he jumped on and we started jamming over there, and that's when the second album came together, Visceral Transcendence. And now I'm getting all mixed up, man.
That's all good. I was actually gonna try and take you into, because you're the one who actually turned me on to Kurzweil. You're the one who turned me on to the Singularity, all that stuff, you know, like, so how did you come across that, and what made you interested enough to make,
you know, man, I have my favorite fucking movie of all, this has been my favorite movie since I was like fucking 7 years old, is The Terminator, man. You know?
Yeah.
That's like hands down my favorite movie. Like when I was a kid, like that's all I wanted to watch was the fucking Terminator, dude. It was my favorite shit. And I can't remember how I came across this dude's stuff, but it was, I think I found it online somewhere, and I started reading up on like his, you know, he's like a Nobel Prize winning, dude's a genius, you know what I mean? He's a genius. And I started reading about like, you know, his theories about like, you know, the evolution of AI, and like, you know, where that's going to take the human race, you know? And it was like shocking, dude. And it was like, it's not science fiction, and it's not like, it's science future, you know what I mean? It's like, it can definitely, it's possible, you know? And that's what fucking blew me away, dude, about all that. And at that time, dude, nobody was writing about that type of shit. You know what I mean? Now it's like everyone, there's fucking machines and fucking crazy shit everywhere, but nobody had done that, man. You know, except for, let me give it to fucking Nocturnus. And I think Bolt Thrower has a song about that too. But, you know, we took it a little deeper than that stuff, you know? But yeah, I read The Singularity is Near by Ray Kurzweil, and
that book because of you.
It's crazy, bro. You know, that shit blew me away, and I was so passionate about it and so excited about it. I'm like, dude, like I'll fucking write a whole album about this shit, like standing on my head. You know what I mean? It was super fun. And recording that second album, and there's still a video on YouTube of us recording that. You know, it's probably like an 8-minute little thing. That was one of the funnest times I ever had in music, man. It was recording that album, you know?
That's fucking cool.
Playing around. We recorded that in fucking Riverside with Sammer at a Seahorse Sound. Great times. Really great times, man.
That's killer, dude. So now, I don't know if you want to get into the details of it, but the dissolving of inherit disease on a hiatus, I don't want to say dissolve, but on a just put back. How did that, you don't have to go into detail, but just like, so that happens, Inherit decides it's not going to go anywhere further.
Well, let me start by saying, you know, this is the Cali Death podcast.
Yep.
We all live in California. We know what it takes to live here. And a lot of people leave because it takes a lot of sacrifice to fucking live in this place, you know? And, you know, some of the dudes decided that they would rather be somewhere else. And, you know, sometimes I'm fucking rolling around the streets and I don't fucking blame them. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck, you know? But, you know, Dan and Josh, they both upped and moved to Indiana. And it was like, it was literally like right before we started recording. No, right after. They told us right before we started recording the third album. Which is like whatever, but honestly, in my mind, it kind of put a little black cloud over everything, you know, like kind of like thrust everything into obscurity. But you know, they had plans. They were doing shit, which I hope everyone has plans and is doing shit. You know what I mean? But so yeah, we recorded that album, and I think Dan moved out there before we even finished. I think when I laid down the vocals, I don't think he was around. I think it was just the rest of us. And then Josh, shortly after moved with Dan right next door to his house in Indiana. They got big ass pads. Like we went out there, dude. They're like shooting shotguns, like fucking bonfires. You know what I mean? Like
Living it
what
up.
are you gonna do? He's like, oh, let's go kill some fucking hornets. You know, like grab some fucking hornet killer and just
What do you kill a hornet with?
Like,
What?
you know,
I mean, like, what do you kill a hornet with? Like a
crazy
BB gun with a fucking scope?
Poisonous
salt shit?
spray. Just some nasty shit.
Spray him.
I've,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's got like a
He's just like,
25
dude,
foot
buy
stream
Raid.
on
What
it.
the fuck are you guys talking about?
I've seen
Just
a
gets
lot
a
of
bottle of Raid.
I've seen a lot of funny videos on YouTube of how not to kill hornets like
Oh
properly.
yeah, you'll get
Well,
fucked up.
give me
Redneck
one
dude's
example.
Just like give it like a hose and it just gets attacked. And he's like,
Hose.
"Ah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
okay."
Oh, they're just pissed after they
Yeah,
get wet. They're
Mhm.
It's like, dude, you
They
pee on a
definitely don't
hornet's
like
nest.
it.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, man, that was you know right when the third album was being recorded, and so it kind of you know threw kind of a jumble into the mix, and then we played. You know, it's funny. I just saw the flyer. Somebody like posted it, or I just came across it somewhere on the internet like the other day. It was like the Inherent Disease farewell show, and we played the entire album, the third album. Nobody had ever heard. We hadn't released it yet. We played the whole thing. front
Wait,
to
I'm
back.
sorry. Where was this at?
In LA.
And you guys
Um,
played all the new material live?
Yeah.
That's the only time it's ever been heard by other people?
Yes. At that time, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
What year
okay.
was this?
Yeah. It was before the album was I don't know if it was before the album was recorded. I think it was right before we went to record it. Like we had it all, you know what I mean? We were just dialed. We had everything dialed in. Everything was good to go. It was either right before or right after. I can't remember, but it was right around that time. And we did like I want to say it was a house show, but it was at Abel and Christina's house in, I think I want to say East LA. And it was like a backyard kind of, there was like a store. It was a trippy little spot, you know what I mean? But we played that, and that was kind of the last show we played for like a long time. Oh, Tom Wilson, the second guitarist, he came in between that as well. So we brought in a second guitarist when we were getting ready to write the third album. So that was the first time we brought in another guitarist with Inherit, you know. So we had the third album, we got two guitarists in there.
Nice.
Just had to put that out there.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we played that show, we recorded, and then the dudes moved. And that kind of, at that time too, man, like I'm not going to lie, dude, I was a little disillusioned with death metal. I was about to get married. I had a kid shortly after that. That's when 2010, right before we did all that, we did a tour with Condemned. It was our favorite fucking tour, man. It was so, dude, you go from California to Texas and then come back up through Denver and fucking go back to NorCal and then back down to Southern California. Like, that's the funnest run, dude. You go over to Texas. I fucking love Texas, man. There's something about those motherfuckers out there, dude, that is different from anywhere else, man. It's a trip, dude.
Yeah, you know, I've only played a couple of shows in Texas and they were great. And I haven't hit the hot spots of Texas though yet.
Texas is awesome, man.
Yeah,
Austin.
How sick is it, dude? Like,
Yeah.
Dude, I look at the shows like in Cali, and I mean, you know, we get killer shows, dude. We get killer turnouts and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's so many people here, and I want to say the majority of people, like at the shows in Cali, are in a band trying to get where you are. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so it's almost like a networking kind of. I don't know. In Texas, I just felt more of like, the people there go to shows because they want to fucking watch a death metal show and have a killer time and like
Yeah.
They're not like trying to get it, like they're not networking to get an edge to like do something with their band. You know what I mean? It's like people just go there to fucking party and have fun at the shows.
Have a good time with everybody else.
You know, I'm not fucking saying anything bad about like Cali shows, but that's the difference.
No, totally.
You know,
but
what I mean?
I will say that I just have to say that the Pound was exactly what you're just saying. That sits outside of all the other Cali stuff you're talking about, because it's exactly what it was at the Pound. It didn't. Everybody was going to that place. They were going to have a great fucking time. We really had like it was so easy to go to a show and see a good band without like for somebody who didn't know a ton about the scene, like you're almost like you just go to the show and you know you're gonna see something new that you're gonna be interested in.
Well, something what's it called with Texas is like the fucking El Paso, man. Getting like where people are coming from over the border to come see you, and there's like literally these huge dudes and like their curly long black hair, and they got their fucking like their gauntlets on, and they're just there like windmilling like I've never seen. They came from another country to come see you. Like they're not trying to make it or anything. They're into death metal. That's their whole life. Their whole life is just metal. It's like, you know, basically they just want to come there and just headbang. They just want to headbang and like take pictures, and then they want to take off and go back.
Be among other people who want to headbang with them.
Yeah.
You know? But either way, that diehard shit is like, even if they don't want to headbang with me, I'm still gonna fucking headbang. You know?
yeah. I remember we played a couple shows in El Paso where it would be like at floor level, and they would windmill so fast, like in the whole front row would windmill, that it'd be like a fan, dude. I'd be like all like, it feels like good. Like it felt awesome. Like I was like, this is sick. Except for like their hair would get stuck in your fucking guitar and shit. But besides that though, it was like, damn, these guys are for real. Like these guys, like I'm just doing it as this little wannabe surfer boy in Santa Cruz. These guys live it. Like they're over living in Juarez. Like their scene is gnarly, and they're just coming out here. This is like their escape, you know. This is their one chance to escape. And I always had so much love for those border towns in Texas. They're just, people would come out in droves for that, you know. It's fucking shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah. Shout out.
Well,
yeah. Don't get me wrong, dude. Like the craziest shows I've seen were in Cali. We're at the Showcase Theater, man. You know what I mean? Like some of the craziest shit I've ever.
They go off.
I gotta say the gnarliest time I ever saw Suffocation was in Texas, and I think it was at like, what was it?
Oh, was it that Suicide Silence show?
Like that. And with Carcass and stuff.
Yeah.
And then remember Dan was like Derek and Dan were kind of like laughing and arguing about like Suicide Silence was playing over Suffocation, you know. And he's like, all right, we're going to show you guys what's up. And then that was the gnarliest I've ever seen.
Yeah, they were like, we're going to make you guys
the most pissed off thing. Dude, Frank was it was fucking badass. And like Texas.
No, sorry. Yeah.
Dude, the crowd was so like those Texas crowds are like crazy.
What was that? Do you have any idea what that venue was? Because we've been there a few times, and that venue was
I don't remember.
Like every time they cook a bunch of food for you outside. There's like this family that cooks a bunch of food for you every single time. I'm friends with them still on Facebook. I'm just
yeah, dude, I know too, dude. Wait, no,
awesome.
that's no, never mind. Sorry, that was Colorado.
Just to finish though on that, but Joe, the sound guy, I think he like turned them up louder than he was supposed to. Like he just like cranked it because he was like, dude. And it was like so loud. And it was just like, it was like the best sound in the gnarliest set I've ever seen. And I've seen Suffocation murder so many shows, but dude, that was,
I remember that clearly.
Like I still remember that. You remember that, how pissed that was, dude? And the crowd was just like this insane. I was like, didn't want to go near.
They took it. They won't say it, but they took it personally. They were like, "Oh, Suicide's above us. Like
it was
a deathcore band's above us. Like you guys like are
whatever, dude." I mean, if they took it personally, that's what made them fucking.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They took it. Was like
it was so.
They were
sick.
just had that.
Sorry, DK, we love you.
But there was
you got crushed. There was something about that night. I wasn't even there, but you were crushed. I love you, dude.
Just adding to what Obie was talking about, just like how the crowds down there, like they do really support it. Like it's an intense, there's great crowds and, shows in California, New York, all over the place, of course, Europe, but,
the
it's just
vibes,
cool. And
the
like, people
vibes.
are,
I just remember like the
yeah,
first time.
and it's all positive.
Yeah,
People are
the
just
first time I
rocking
went through
out, dude.
Texas, I
It's
was
all
like,
good.
dude, if there was like
Yeah.
another place I would want to be besides California, like it would be fucking Texas, man. Like those
Yeah.
dudes, like I got great vibes down there, man. It was, they put on some killer shows and the kids show up and like it's fun.
Yeah,
Time.
had some great shows in
Yeah.
Texas. Austin.
Yeah, Austin
Austin's
always
really
rip the
sick,
emos in
dude.
Austin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, I
all
love
over.
Texas too, and I'd love to keep talking about it, but I'm here for Obie, dude. So,
Well,
I just have
California.
I love
Whatever.
No, so
the point is, it's all love all around.
no.
Everywhere.
Dude,
No,
all I'm
Texafornia-
saying is I'm just trying to steer it back onto Obie because he's
You
still
got
got
to
some
tune
more.
into the Texas Death podcast if you want to hear more about Texas.
There you go.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay,
so Inherit's
so-
at the point of
all right. So right before that, I did a double duty tour. We toured with, I want to say, I think it was either us and Septical Gorge and Condemned. I want to say that was the fucking tour.
Mhm.
Either that or it was just us and Septical. I don't know, man. They kind of blend all together, you know what I mean, after a while. But there was a tour in 2010 or maybe 2009. I don't know, man. But Dave from Pathology hit me up and he was like, hey, do you want to do this tour with us? And they were doing a tour with Jungle Rot and Enthroned. It was a weird, like, fucking hodgepodge.
Yeah, that is a
You know what I mean?
hodgepodge.
Like old school fucking black metal and like brutal death.
But that actually is like a nice. I like those kinds of bills.
Variety. You get
Those
some
would
variety.
be the bills at the pound. I mean, I'm not trying to take it back, but I'm just saying the pound would have those types of bills too. So go ahead.
So what I did was we did this like 2-weeker with Inherit Disease, and I think to this day that was the last like tour I did with Inherit Disease. It was like 2010, man. And we did that, and then when we finished, our last show was in Denver, and then Dave and the Pathology guys picked me up in Denver, and we went all the way around, like went up north, all the way across down to the East Coast, and all the way back. So I was gone like I think 5 weeks or something like that, and it was a really good time. It was super weird going from one band to the other, you know what I mean? But that was a really good time, and that was right when I want to say I was getting married, like fucking a month after that tour, and so we did that, and Dave was like, man, like we'd love to fucking have you on this, and I that was when they were signed to like Victory, and they had a bunch of and this was the crossroads in my life, man. Like that
Sure, dude. So you're at that point. You're like, okay. So what do I do?
Like,
They
had shit like this, dude. It was like, okay, we're gonna do like, we're doing. I think it was like Europe with Obituary. We got a Immolation tour in the States. They had all these like the bands that I grew up fucking worshiping, dude. Like all those, like you're gonna tour with all them. But at the same time, like I had just started my own tile business. I was getting married literally like 3 weeks after that tour or something, maybe a month or something, right after that. And I chose a family life, man. You know what I mean? And that's when Pathology got John Huber, which went on to do some amazing shit with those guys. And that's one of those things that I sometimes think about. I'm like, God, what if I just had done that? You know what I mean?
Dude, I mean, I'm not going to mention the band's name, but I had the opportunity to jump on something big.
I know what you're talking about, motherfucker.
You know what I'm talking about. And 2 days later, I found out that my oldest was. We were going to be having our oldest.
Yeah, dude. Within a month or two, like
it's wild to me that our lives, dude, are very mirrored. Like we've called each other a few times and been like, wait, I'm actually going through the same thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, wait, oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
Then it became like, oh, now we got somebody to talk to about it.
For sure, man. Yeah, we definitely have a lot of parallel things in our lives, man.
Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, and that was that. So you know how I would have been excited about that, and then 2 days later, you find out you're going to be a dad. You're like, okay, well, that would have been amazing, but I got another human coming now.
You know, so. and at that time, like, I don't know, like, you know, you guys have, when you're like balls deep in the music, you have that like obsession to create. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that fucking driving obsession to create. I got that for like tile setting and like doing like, I call it art, you know what I
It
do,
is art,
you know?
bro. I've done it and I know what you're talking about.
I watched your videos. I saw your videos slicing those tiles the other day.
Nice. Yeah, so you know, but that, like I had that, and I had like, and that you make way more money doing that than you do doing death metal. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Probably like 3 or 4 times more.
And I was starting a family, and I'm like, okay, this is what I got to do, and you know, so I jumped into that, you know, and I told the guys in Pathology I couldn't do that, and you know, right around the same time, Iniquitous were kind of moving, you know, the guys were moving away, and that was kind of fading out. And it's not like Iniquitous isn't broken up or done or anything like that. It's just, it's been 10 years since we've written anything, you know? That's not to say we won't like make some shit in the next fucking month. Hey, I don't know.
Odious did one 13 years later, dude. You guys got 3 more years, dude.
So
exactly.
Can I ask a clarifying question? Because Ephemeral, the third album, didn't come out until 2016. But are you saying it was written much earlier than then?
Way earlier.
And recorded even way earlier also?
Recorded way earlier. We sat on it for I don't even know how long.
Okay.
There was like some like label issues and some like, I don't know. I just death metal politics. I don't know. You know what I mean? That's it's not what I'm about, you know? But yeah, there was just some like there was just some weird shit going on with it, and so it took a while to kind of get it figured out and get it actually released, you know. But yeah, we recorded that. Fuck, I don't even know what year we recorded it, but it sat for quite a while. But while it sat, you know, 2 of the guys were in another state, and the rest of the 3 of us were here, so we weren't doing shit. It just kind of sat there. And then when it came out, it was like, I don't know. It's kind of weird to release an album when you're not able to support it, you know? So it just kind of popped out, and that was that. And yeah, I mean, it's a good album. It's heavy as fuck. Like,
so
it's very Dan Osborne, like he knew what he wanted to do with that album, and he like pulled it off, you know. It came out fucking gross, you know, and that's with my part in that. I tried to make it as like gross and dissonant as I possibly could, whereas like the album before that was I think it was a little more aggressive, and I don't know. Visceral Transcendence is my favorite album from Inherit, you know what I mean? Like my personal favorite. I had the most fun doing it. The third one, you know, like I said, like weird shit was happening in the band, and I don't know, I'm like, I guess you could say I'm like a sensitive person or something. So I like, you know, I vibe off the things that's happening.
You're an empath. You're an empath.
Yes, exactly, bro. Exactly. So like that shit affects me, you know what I mean? And you know, that translates into everything I do subliminally, you know.
That's same, dude. Again, we are very, very similar people, dude. I'm a big empath, you know. I don't like confrontation either. I mean, if I have to deal with it, I'm going to deal with it. But I'm saying, like, when I see other people like having conflict with each other that I mutually love or respect, you know, it's just like that shit hurts me, dude.
So what
It
you
hurts
were saying is
me.
that you were an empath in pathology? Sorry, I'll shut up.
And pathology.
Well, yeah.
Well, I mean, this podcast, I've made up plenty of words, dude. What'd you just make up? What was it? Empathology, dude. Empathology. We got decrepitated, tormentation, and empathology now.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget the what was your fucking band?
Obi-Wan Jacoby.
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan Jacoby.
It's the most fun fucking band name to say out loud.
It's fucking fun, dude. I can't believe any of you guys don't remember. I know I've said it to you, Joel. I've had to have said it to you and you too, Obi. Don't fucking act like I've never said that.
You might have.
I've never drank alcohol either. I've never drank alcohol.
Yeah,
Never. Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. Oh, I have a shirt for that, but I didn't wear it.
Anyways,
It's cool to hear. Yeah, it's really cool to hear your reflections on the albums. I actually like Ephemeral the most and just rep that shit all the time. I'm like, dude, have you guys heard Inherit Disease? You haven't? Check this out. And Spiritual Paralysis drops, and I'm just like air drumming to it. Whatever is going on, I'm like, whenever I'm in the car with people, I'm like, this is the OG. Well, more or less OG Cali Death. Like,
it's trippy because like as a vocalist, like the second album for me that's when I was on the Ray Kurzweil trip. I was just like, you know what I mean? Like it was just.
Yeah, Procreating it had already been like recorded and stuff when we were talking about Kurzweil.
Yeah.
So I know that like that is you
that was all of
discovered that after, and then that influenced the next one.
Yes. And then Ephemeral I wrote while I was like balls deep in starting my own business. I had like a fucking couple months old kid, you know what I mean? And the dude's like, Dan was like on a mission, dude. He knew exactly what he wanted. You know what I mean? He was like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And so it was kind of like, I took like what I wanted to do and kind of added in what I thought would work with the new stuff, which was kind of different. You know what I mean? It wasn't the same as, it was a little more like muddy, I guess you could say. And not as, I don't know, it just was
raw.
Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah.
it's a little going down instead of going up. Yeah.
A little, you know, and also I'm not going to lie, dude. I took way less time working on that one, which is totally my fault. But, you know, I had a 3-month-old kid and, you know,
yeah, I can imagine what it would be like to try and put something together at that time.
Well, but you know, there's that, and I don't know. I think when I look at everything I've done, I can always put more time into something, dude. You know what I mean? But that one, I definitely could have put some more time into it and changed a few things. But you know, it came out really gross, and it was weird recording it without all the guys there. You know, it was weird. You know, only having like half of the band there because the other band had already moved. And it was just kind of like, I'm like, what do you think? And they're just like, it's great.
Do they know like your vocal
I
pattern?
like,
Yeah.
great.
Did they have any idea of like what you were going to do or what vocal patterns you were going to do, or you just went in and just did it and showed it to them?
Not so much, dude. Not so much, you know, because I was at that time, dude, I was working 16 hours a day and I had a fresh kid, you know what I mean? Like my life was insane, dude. My life was insane.
Yeah.
But you know, we pulled it off and we recorded it, and then it came out. I don't even know how much long later, a year, 2 years, 3 years. I don't even know, man. But you know, that came out, and at that point I was, you know, super deep in my career, just like grinding. And I did that for quite a long time, and got divorced, I don't know, 6 years ago. And my kid, like, you know, it's hard to take on anything new when you have young children around, you know, because that's your focus, and that's your fucking priority, you know what I mean? Like you're making sure those kids like Like, this is okay. Yeah. You're making sure those kids like grow up right. You know what I mean?
And it's like an instinctual thing. It's almost like it's weird when it's like you don't have a choice in it. If you're really ready for it, it's just going to happen. Boom. Now you're responsible for this other human.
For
and
sure.
You have to make sure that they grow up to be healthy and they're safe until the point that they can actually go out on their own. And so I mean, me and you were the only ones on this podcast that know what we're talking about right now. So it's like, you have to, if you really want to be somebody who makes an impact on that little human that we're talking about, like, that's the number one priority. We just gotta step into dad mode, know that it's there, keep writing lyrics, still love music, but unfortunately, like, you can't really give much time to creating anything when you're trying to be there for somebody else.
That's what I was talking about earlier about the balance, man.
Mm-hmm.
When you have like all these different fucking when your pie chart starts getting sliced up real thin, you know what I mean? Like, it's really fucking hard, man. And I'm not fucking perfect, man. You know what I mean? I'm far from perfect, dude. But
nobody's ever going to be. Yeah. Just, when you can, if you're able to admit that, then you've already fucking got one step ahead of everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I'm perfect.
You definitely got 4 steps ahead of fucking Carton Arcs over here, dude.
Carton Arcs. I just, remember out your ass.
Oh God.
You're remember MySpace? Your MySpace profile where it said you worked was Circuit Shitty.
Yep.
I remember that.
We were talking about that earlier.
Circuit Shitty, dude.
I used to answer the phone. I'd be like, I'd say instead of thank you for calling Circuit City, I'd say fuck you for calling Suck It Shitty. I'd say fuck you for calling Suck It Shitty. This is Joel. I can help you. Like, every time I'd come up like I had so many like inside jokes for
or no. Let me try and bust another one. It was fuck you for calling Circuit City. This is Joel. Circuit Dick. Can I help you?
Oh yeah, I would say suck a dick in the middle, but fuck you for calling Suck It. Fuck you for calling Suck It Shitty. Suck a dick. I can help you. And they'd be like, oh yeah, so do you have a 42-inch fucking Panasonic? I'd be taking the butt. What was that?
Oh yeah, I got a 42-inch. Oh.
Dude, yeah.
I remember buying like a real like one of those tube TVs from you guys or something. Like,
oh God, man.
Ago, dude.
Like,
I mean, I had to make it fun, dude. That was, and like what Obie, what you were saying, that was I had a manager that was a musician, so he would let me straight up just bounce for tour. It would just be like, and I literally worked across the street from Circuit City, so I would just like bounce, come back for
you lived across the street,
walk to work, right?
I drove, but no, I would
well, that's where we lived and that's where we jammed, was right.
Everything was
furniture down.
It's like I went and made money for a little while across the street, then I'd go back and then we just made millions touring, and then
exactly.
So we did in money. But that's why I had to make $13 an hour at fucking Circuit City.
And a bunch of our friends worked there, like Carrie and
I got everyone jobs there. That was the I mean, you have to have, like, that's kind of like going back to the Mike Hamilton thing. You got to have some sort of income, because you think you're killing it, and then you come home and then they count everything out. It's like, all right, a month. All right, well, all right, dude, here's $600, dude.
Well, dude, that's
600. Fuck. You come back and be like, here's 60. There's 60. There's 60.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm in debt negative 1,000. All right.
Joel, real quick. Sorry, Joel. Carrie, who else? What other musicians did you get to?
I mean, Andrew Packer worked there.
So they were all touring musicians.
Gypsy Hawk.
He was a touring musician.
He wasn't in Gypsy Hawk yet. That was right after he left.
But he toured with them, right? I'm just saying, like,
that was a metal blade band.
That's really cool of you.
I'll be right back. Give me 5. Give me 4.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's really cool that you got those. Once you figured out that you could tour with that gig, you gave, you got that job for other people who were also touring musicians. So
and there's actually
they benefited from that manager that you're talking about.
The biggest one that you're talking about, or biggest kind of job that you're talking about like that, is definitely when I was a caretaker for this guy Jesse. I forget his last name, but all the Stratosphere guys worked for him, and he was definitely Jesse. What was the last name? I forget his last name. He's like he always calls himself the most famous cripple in Santa Cruz, because you literally get a photo book of Santa Cruz and he's in there. Like, you know, like he's definitely like and like Billy Corgan calls him and shit when I'm hanging out with him and shit.
But
you know,
he was
like,
in the music scene in Santa Cruz.
He's just obsessive music guy.
Yeah.
And shout out if he watches this. I know he watches everything, because he basically has a rare form of multiple sclerosis, where he's stuck in bed and he's got like a tube and like a feeding tube, and like, but he's, you know, he smokes a bunch of pot. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. He just sits there and he just gets, you know,
it's legal now, dude.
He just hangs out with the boys and just, you know, he's chills in a spot with his condition, and he'll shoot in some funny things. And
well, that's awesome. If he's watching this, dude, shout out, dude. Rock on.
Yeah.
Brother.
No, Cheney from Entheos is working for him right now. Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
No, he's still keeping it going.
Nice.
Yeah, no, he gave me a lot of opportunity with, you know, it was basically just show up and just hang out for 8 hours and just, you know, help him with a couple things, and you get $11 an hour. But sometimes you do like 16-hour shifts, you know, it's like just knock out, you know, you work with them for 8 hours, you sleep for 8 hours, and you leave. And it was, you know, for touring, it was fucking perfect. And that's why Stratosphere, there's other big bands that he had as well working for him. But yeah, no, he has kept a lot of people afloat in Santa Cruz. That definitely
that's what's up, dude.
Yeah,
we all need those types.
That's
of
what
dudes,
every music scene needs, a crippled guy.
Yeah, totally. You need a caretaker, a cool cripple guy.
Musicians.
Yeah. No, he was the shit, man. Like his parties were, he just throw like sick parties like at his house with like all these musicians, and like a Stratosphere guys show up, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like you're all like, you know, Mr. Bungle Trey would show up, and like the shit that you're just like, what the fuck? Like it's just no, he was just a next level kind of a dude, and he provided a lot of opportunity for me and other people that were just kind of like, because we were kind of, I had no career path at all. It was kind of just like, all right, well, music's kind of like, you know, I'm doing what I wanted to do since I was a little kid, watching shows at the Pound and Slims and stuff, and I'm doing that now. So I got to try to keep this going afloat as however I can. And then as things start to fizzle out, you know, you start to get that adult look on things where you're like, all right, well, I need like money. Like, you know, like food is super good. I love food. Like it's so good.
It is super good, dude. And when you can pick what you can eat, dude, it's super sick.
Yeah, and you don't have to sleep on a couch. Oh my god, it's so sick.
Yeah.
But no, it's just one of those things. There's a lot of those like odd side jobs that have kept a lot of musicians afloat, and that's, you know, super important if you want to give it a shot. You know what I mean? But in death metal,
dude. All right, so Obie's back.
I'm back, dude. I got a refill. I took a leak. I'm golden,
dude.
man.
You're
take us home.
brother. Take us.
Tell us about your piss.
I'm sitting in a broken chair right now, dude. I'm so unprepared. Well, I don't fucking sit at a computer. I do.
Dude.
I have my own business, and I run that fucking thing with my iPhone.
There you go, dude.
I don't sit in here. You know
hey,
what I mean?
That's all good.
But okay, so where was I? I was okay. So basically kind of like the music thing was on pause. Got married, had a kid. I mean, I still listen to music, and it was weird, man. In that time, dude, like it became, like I was saying earlier, a little disillusioned with, I started like my brutal death metal cup like got full to the point where it was like spilling out without me. Like everything I heard like sounded like a band that I already knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I started getting pissed off, man. I was like, what the fuck, man? Like there's not, you know, and I started going back
on the 90s.
Dude, I started going back to my roots, and it was weird, dude. Like I listened for a couple of years. I listened to nothing but like super old school death metal, like the shit that I started with, you know, and doing my own business. I was making good money. I started collecting fucking death metal shirts, you know, and memorabilia. So I have a fuckload of really crazy shit.
Nice.
started going back to thrash metal, man. I listened to a lot of thrash metal for a few years. Even like back to like the butt rock, dude. And I still listen to that shit. I ain't gonna lie, dude.
Me
There's
too.
no shame to my game, dude. I listen to
No
fucking
shame to his game.
everything.
Man.
How dare you?
What's the buttest of butt rock that you listen
What's
to?
the
what's the most
buddiest of butt rock?
buttliest
dude?
butt rock?
like okay.
Dawkins?
Today I listened to Tesla.
Okay, that's Sacramento.
Dude,
Shout out.
I worked on a Tesla today, bro.
No, I know the guys from Tesla.
It's not
No,
the
the guys from
exactly
Tesla.
what you mean, bro.
The guys from Tesla would come into when I worked at Guitar Center in Sacramento and just come out and just all the guys knew them and they just come out and just shred. Like even I mean it's 2011. They just come in and just
Dude, were their guitars battery powered or?
God. Yeah, probably maybe an active pickup. I don't know. It's old technology, dude. No, but those guys were fucking. That's like a Sacramento, like basically one of the buddiest of rock for Sacramento. Tesla was. They shredded it.
Can I show you guys one thing that I
Show
like
me.
right in the closet right here, and I can show you guys
Do
Are you
it.
gonna walk out of the closet?
a little thing. I'm gonna come out right now. Okay, you're gonna have the best ratings.
Dude, I'm gonna.
No, I got a fucking something in here, dude, and I don't know, maybe like 8 years ago or something, I bought a bunch of shit off Chris Barnes, dude.
No shit.
Honestly, dude, that guy, like his vocals
On the new album?
his vocals changed
Well,
the
they
way,
did. No,
No, for sure. I just
for sure they did.
I'm
The
being
new
a
album,
dick.
yeah.
Totally being a dick.
that was such a dick move, bro.
I know. I'm sorry, dude. I feel bad about it now.
Such a dick, man.
Now I want to see it.
Tomb of the Mutilated, guys. It's really good.
Yeah,
It
no.
is. Oh yeah.
Fucking
Fuck yeah. The bleeding.
Back to
was
Life
just, like,
was
legendary.
Eating Back to Life was the first death metal album I ever bought. So
This is something that I picked up. You guys see that?
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
fuck.
This is the fucking
so cool.
original Vincent Locke drawing for Eating Back to, like a pen and ink drawing for Eating Back to Life that he sent to Cannibal.
What the fuck?
Dude.
Is
That's
that not
actually-
like the sickest piece of fucking death metal history you've ever seen?
So they straight up used that on the album.
Yeah, this is what he drew and sent to them.
Wow,
shit.
dude.
Like it's in pen.
Dude, I feel like a fucking asshole right now because that's so cool.
How
That's
crazy
really
is that,
fucking
dude?
cool, dude.
I know that's legit history.
That's
But
really
I have like
fucking
I don't
cool.
know, dude. Like
What else is in there, dude?
Well, I got some like signed fucking Butchered at Birth posters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could seriously have an entire podcast on the shit that I have, bro.
Dude, we should do that. Actually, I'm
have
fucking down.
Part 2 Obie
I
is
have the most-
gonna
Yeah.
be
I have
your
Obie's
collection,
treasures.
bro.
You know what? You guys know Paul from Cerebral Bore? He did.
I've met him before.
Okay,
Yeah.
he stayed at my pad one time and he did like a little video. I don't even know if it's on YouTube or not, but he did a little video of like some of the shit that I have. Like, you know, like I have the shirt that Chris Barnes was wearing in Ace Ventura. You know what I mean?
Wow,
Like, yeah.
dude.
I have
You're like a fucking death metal hard rock casino, bro.
Casino. Yeah.
Hard
but-
Rock Casino. No.
Yeah, it's like
Planet
he's like
Hollywood. Sorry, fuck.
No, it's-
Planet
it's-
Hollywood, dude.
Oh, I see what you're saying. All right.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
Hard Rock Casino.
No, he's like a
Man.
death metal, like a
We
rock
gotta
and roll
start
Hall of
a
Fame.
chain
Or-
restaurant called
I'm
Hard
like
Rock
a
Casino.
death metal.
Planet Hollywood has all the memorabilia
That's
all around the
wonderful.
fucking restaurant, dude. I fucking dropped the wrong name, dude.
No, it's all
Hey, you
good.
fucked it all up, dude.
I fucked it all up, dude.
See, stop. Hey, can
We gotta start over
Sorry,
again,
dude.
dude.
Yeah.
Should we start the
And
podcast
cut.
over?
Dude, that's
Damn,
really
that's-
sick,
Dude,
though.
no,
Amazing.
but and
Can you
all
find that shirt? You can't find that shirt right now, could you? It would be too
Which
long.
shirt?
The
the
fucking
Ace Ventura
Ace
shirt.
Ventura shirt. dude.
I can, but it's gonna take. I can go grab it if you want me to.
How many minutes?
go grab
we'll
it.
talk.
Minutes.
We'll
Take
talk.
me
Please
like
do.
probably 3 or 4 minutes. I gotta
Okay,
go.
okay, go grab it.
We
grab
got
it,
it,
grab
dude.
We could talk. We could talk.
We got it.
Yeah,
Go,
yeah.
dude. If you
Yes?
can, that would be
Yeah,
so
yes,
sick
yes,
right now, dude.
Yes. Thumbs up.
Yes. That would be
Whoa.
so sick, dude.
How the fuck do you get that? That's such a.
How the fuck do you get that?
There's pictures of Chris Barnes wearing that with fucking Jim Carrey.
Well, I wore a bootleg fucking Cynic shirt to a cannibal show. It was like their demo Cynic logo,
Yep.
whatever you would see on the tapes.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
and who's like the crucified like fucking ghost or whatever on one of those. I can't remember what demo it was for, but I just bought it because eBay fucking
I'm
bootleg,
looking at
like,
the picture right now of Jim Carrey, and I guess that's Chris.
So
Barnes.
no.
Yeah,
Alex,
wearing the
I'm
Cynic
not,
shirt.
Alex was
Oh yeah,
wearing
yeah,
the
yeah. No,
Cynic
get
shirt.
that picture fucking.
that's Alex?
Though.
Webster
No.
said, because I wore that to that show, and then we ended up hanging out with him after because Dan
he's
or
mixing it
whatever. And when I was wearing that shirt, he said that's the one that I wore in Ace Ventura. So, but I have never actually watched Ace Ventura enough to actually see what Alex is wearing. So I don't know if he was really.
But
telling me the
Joseph, you should
truth or
definitely
not.
get queued up so we'll fact check him right now. I want to see.
Yeah, let's
Can I
fact
do-
check him right now, dude.
Here we go.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I'm gonna share screen.
All right, let's
This
see
is what I
So
found.
this is what if it doesn't match it, then this is gonna be embarrassing.
No, the demon dude's on there.
We're calling him out before he even gets
Oh,
back
that's
with it.
Rob. That's Rob.
Oh,
Is that what
dude,
you're talking
yeah.
about?
But wait,
That's Rob. No, that's
yeah,
Rob Barnett.
that's my shirt.
Oh, it's
Okay,
your
that's
son.
Rob.
Okay.
That's my shirt.
So that's the old Cynic logo.
Yeah, that's actually like the cover.
He's
of
on the right,
one of
all the way to the
their-
right.
That is a cool picture, dude. Look at that.
All the way to the
Yeah,
right.
man.
Can we get one with Chris?
Look how
Barnes
cool
on
that
it?
is, dude. Wow.
Oh, he's just wearing a Cannibal Corpse shirt.
I've never seen that before.
Is that the?
So yeah, if he comes back with the Cannibal old logo or whatever, then you know he's legit.
Is that are those
Okay,
pearl?
down to the
I
right.
have-
Down to the right.
Oh,
Down the
man,
right.
that's funny.
Down one more. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
So it's a cannibal. It's an old cannibal. one.
Fuck.
The
That'd be
long
sick if
sleeve.
you could zoom in on that, but you can't.
There's probably more pictures of
Because
this.
I have such bad eyes, I can't even tell what's on that shirt.
We're getting all.
All
No,
right,
but it's a cannibal shirt with the cannibal on the arms.
Guaranteed.
All right, motherfucker.
Oh, here it is.
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Dude,
Whoa,
no
it's
way.
like fat-
Fucking
I just-
merch drop.
I just toppled down like those yellow and fucking black Home Depot
Yeah.
boxes. I just toppled like 9 of those over to get this thing fast.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Dude, thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
for that.
sure, man. I did have all this shit. I had it all set up in like those hockey jersey display things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like got a glass on it.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
UV protected. I had it in one of those, and I wanted to kind of change it around, so I took it out. But
How much would you let that thing go for?
Let him get it out first, dude.
How much did you let that thing go for?
okay, check it out. This shirt right here.
Oh,
This is the first. I think they made 50 of these at the first Cannibal show. This is Chris
Wow.
Barnes's personal fucking shirt. Dude, trip out on this. That's like Motley Crue's heads on sticks.
Nice, dude.
Oh, whoa.
That's
You know what I
insane,
mean?
dude. Yeah.
That's like this shit to me is priceless.
Oh,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Yeah. So how
Like,
much money would you take?
Great fucking. This is the shirt right here.
Oh, that's totally the shirt. I
That's
can already
it,
tell.
dude.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, dude.
Well, the arms are cut though.
They
Did
cut the sleeves?
Well,
They
he
cut
had
the
a
sleeves?
long sleeve shirt on
Oh, okay.
under this.
Who?
But he had like a
Oh.
Butcher to Birth fucking long sleeve, with the things.
Yeah, we
But
just
this-
looked it up.
This is the shirt that he wore in Ace Ventura right here.
Fucking
How crazy is
motherfucker,
that, dude?
That's the most insane death metal artifact I've ever seen.
It's
Yeah.
nuts. It's fucking
That-
nuts.
it's so cool.
It's still like, it's fucking weird to me that I have this stuff.
I'm like super excited right now.
Can we
I
get-
am. I'm super excited, and I want to tell everybody who's looking for that. Sorry, you're not going to get it. It sounds like
You ever seen
Obie's
this
going
long
to keep it
sleeve?
for a long time.
Oh shit!
Hammer
Yeah,
Smash
dude.
Face?
Dude, that's the Hammer Smash Face single cover.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a European tour shirt.
Dude, those you have like hundreds of thousands of dollars of shirts.
Dude, you don't understand. Dude, Joel, I can't even do it right now, bro. Here, check. Hold on. See, now you guys opened up fucking Pandora's
No,
box. All right,
fucking
you guys
rad.
ever seen Cannibal Corpse Eats Moscow Alive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That old
Definitely.
live. Yeah.
When they're smoking weed in the van and they're like the cryptic stench.
oh shit, I do remember that video, dude.
Look at-
Oh shit.
God, dude.
So
This is
how
a
did
fucking-
you get? How
this
did
is
he
a
get
bomber
this?
jacket, bro?
So he just gave
embroidered.
it to you?
It's
or
a fucking bomber
No, I bought it
jacket?
off him, dude.
you bought him
Is
off
that
him?
embroidered?
Yeah,
Jesus,
the complete control fucking
Christ,
tour,
dude.
like bomber jacket, bro.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Dude, that Ace Ventura shirt's at least 10 grand.
It's fucking retarded. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think it'd be worth $100 grand, but I don't know. You know.
That's your,
I don't know
that's
if
your
the pawn-
daughter's college fund, bro.
The Pawn Stars guys might fight you on that.
But so, and I like I said, this could be a podcast about my fucking shirt collection because I have
Part two.
so much.
That's the
recorded.
fucking holy grail right there, though, man. I'm
But
glad
like
that you have that.
to me, like, you know, when I think of like high school, I hated high school. I hated how awkward I felt. I felt like I fucking didn't belong. I felt like super awkward. But in that time, like the fucking soundtrack to my life would have been fucking Butchered at Birth and Tomb of the Mutilated. Like walking down the hallways, walking home from school,
Yeah.
getting stoned in the park, like whatever I was doing, like that music was driving me the entire time.
If you throw that on today, you'll think about walking down the hall.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's do our first special mini episode of going through your collection and call it Coming Out of Obie's Closet.
That sounds amazing. But
Yes,
there's only
sir.
one stipulation. You got to come down.
And
All
be
right,
with you.
yeah.
Dude, I
Cali
would
to
love to
field
fucking
trip,
go down
bros.
there. Dude, it's not that far. It's
You
not
gotta be
that
here.
far.
You got to be here to see it, bro. That's all I'm saying. Oh, I'm coming up this weekend too.
You're coming up this way?
Yeah.
Dude, come on.
So
Bring your shit with you.
Maybe-
We'll unload it in this living
Hey.
room.
maybe we can meet up and like stand 6 feet apart from each other and do one of these, like Demolition Man.
Dude,
You ever
no.
seen that movie?
I'm gonna
That's
hug
how-
you. I'll hug you backwards.
Oh my
We'll
god.
hug backwards like this.
That's a great movie.
No,
That's
for real though.
creepy, dude.
So what? Your lady's coming to visit some family.
Yeah, we're gonna go up there and do like an early Thanksgiving with her family.
Nice,
you know?
dude.
So what when are you going? Like
What's
where?
that?
Are you going to San Francisco?
South City.
South City.
Okay.
Right by my
I'm having a
shop.
Friendsgiving on Friday if you want, or Saturday if you want to stop. Right?
We're coming up probably Friday night. We'll be there till like Sunday morning or something. So
Oh
see
shit.
you around. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be in like a fucking tamale coma, but you know, I'll be there.
Yeah.
Dude.
Dude, you gotta check out my pad. It's pretty redonk.
Are you in the city now? Where are you at, Joe?
No,
I'm over
he's
in
in
Santa
Santa
Cruz.
Cruz. He's trying to get you to go an hour south, hour and a half south.
It's
I
not
know,
an
you know.
hour south. It's on the way from him.
Oh
He's
yeah.
not gonna go. He's not gonna go
Dude,
there then go
I'm,
Santa
back.
not-
Cruz
I'm
is
sorry.
not-
I'm from
hey, Santa Cruz
my
is not on the
vantage
way
point.
from
I'm sorry.
anywhere.
But
Anthony's
my
like, you
van-
first come
okay,
see me, and then
technically-
you go backwards.
Oh, Joel. My vantage point and his vantage point where he's going to, he's
got it.
going to be up
But
here.
use a little geographical skills. you
Don't
know?
try and steal him away from me, dude.
Oh,
Damn, Obie's
Okay.
hot stuff now that he's busted
Yeah,
out the
dude.
fucking cannibal.
right?
Yeah.
He's like, can I try it on? Can I
Let's
wear it for a minute?
Can I-
Oh, dude, I would.
Dude,
Yeah, I want to
if
take
you-
all the pictures in that.
do a
I'll,
photo
pay, I'll,
shoot.
I'll give you $35 if you let me wear it in a picture.
I'll give you 200.
But I don't want to wear a long sleeve underneath. I'm just gonna rock the fucking gun.
Oh no,
you got
you
guns,
have to
dude.
touch your nipples to the shirt, or it didn't happen. So,
Oh yeah, dude.
He's gonna
All right.
decrease the value. All right.
That's fucking rad.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
So-
I know we
so basically, I didn't do anything like I didn't do anything musically for a few years. You know, I had other shit going on in my life, and I wound up getting divorced. Time goes by, your kid gets older. You start to be able to have a little more time for yourself, you know. And I joined a band called Iniquitous Deeds. Those dudes are some of the most talented, craziest fucking musicians I've ever seen. And I loved them from day one because, like I was saying earlier, like when your like death metal cup gets like full and starts spilling over, and you it's hard to retain things.
Yeah.
Like that band was one of the bands that like I remembered shit. Like, and that's to me, like that's you're special. You know what I mean? If I remember something from a newer album that I hear, like it's fucking special, you know?
Yep. Same.
And those dudes riffs and like everything about that band was like so weird and like strange and awesome all at the same time. You know, they asked me to do it and I was just like, hell yes, you know? And you know what's funny, man? I've been in that band for fucking, I want to say like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And we've played 3 shows and we haven't recorded a single song. But those dudes are hard at work on writing new stuff. And I've heard a bunch of new stuff and it's going to be the fucking weirdest, catchiest thing that I think people have heard in a long time. It's
Nice.
it's way different from anything that anybody's doing. And it's all because those dudes are weird as fuck.
It's funny how like you go from like the super technical when you're growing up, you want to like the most crazy uncatchy motherfucking the riffs are just nonstop moving, just going bananas, to like as you get older, I noticed that I kind of like I need something to hook me a little bit, especially like when I've already have my bass line, I have my nostalgic music, I have my bands I love, I have everything I love. But like you need that like something extra, like a little extra catchy to hook you in. You can't just be like a million riffs a second constant. Like you got to be like, you got to reel me in a little. I'm old now. Reel me in a little bit, you know?
The thing is like with Iniquitous Deeds, man, they do a million riffs a second, but the riffs are so fucking weird that you remember it. You know what I mean?
Cool. Totally.
They don't compromise anything. It's the heaviest shit I've ever heard. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like Matt Kilner, the drummer.
Absolutely.
He drums for Gorgasm now. You know what I mean? Like that dude is insane, bro.
That's
He's
awesome.
crazy, man. And Nico, the fucking guitar, all 3 of those dudes, man. Chris, the bass player, all those dudes are like at the top of their game. You know what I mean?
Has a guitar player played in any of the projects that we might know of?
No.
That's just
Just
it.
Strictly Iniquitous Deeds. That's his shit. He writes most of the riffs. I think Matt comes up with some of them as well. But he told me as soon as I joined the band, he's like, look, man, I'm a slow writer. I fucking tweak out on this shit. And, you know, I want to take my time with it and make this shit right. And I was just like, whatever you want to do, bro. Like when it's ready, like I will spew my fucking spackle all over it. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
So to speak.
I love it.
We'll get those dudes on here at some point to talk. Yeah.
You should, man. And you know, time will tell, man. Like that shit will come out and people would just be like, what the fuck? Like it's gonna be super heavy, super different, very fucking technical. It's gonna be really good shit. I'm super excited for the
Is there any timetable or anything for that?
No.
Nico's the dude who's an artist. He
that guy is, you know what's crazy?
Some wicked HR guy gigger stuff.
Trip out on this, man. He came down and he started working with me for a while because I was like, dude, because he wanted to switch some shit up. So he came down here and started working with me for a little bit. Moved down to Ventura, and this motherfucker started like snaking shit out the trash, like electrical conduits and like all kinds of like, you know what I mean? Like just weird shit. And he'd take it home and glue it onto a board and like put fucking glue on it and paint and like all kinds of shit and make some fucking crazy shit, dude. Like that guy's mind is, he's definitely got a gigger brain, dude, for sure.
Yeah. No, I've seen, I think I'm friends with him on some socials and I've seen pictures of some of his work, dude. He's doing like gigger style iPhone cases.
He will give you an iPhone case that looks like it was vomited straight from a fucking xenomorph. You know what I mean? Like it's so crazy, dude.
Yeah, he shows a lot of that stuff on there, and I'm like, whoa, dude, this dude's putting in work.
Yeah. So those dudes are fucking awesome, man. I can't wait to put some stuff out with them. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be some heavy hitting fucking ultra brutal fucking shit. You know?
Hell yeah, dude.
Looking very much forward to doing that, you know.
So, but currently Pathology is really the only somewhat active thing that you're doing right now.
As active can be at this point in time. Yeah, I mean, man, the dudes in Pathology, and this is very important to me, band camaraderie, you have to click. You know what I mean? For it to work, like, and I've started like side projects with dudes, like local dudes or people in town, and I'm a really good reader of people, and I've just called it off. You know what I mean? Just been like, no, like this is no. You know what I mean? But
you've gotten to the point with
like,
certain people where you know the connection that is needed for you to have fun and actually create with some and have some productivity.
Absolutely,
as well,
dude.
you know?
Absolutely, man. And you know, like when I toured with Dave, like in 2010, like we hit it off. Like me and him kind of clicked. You know what I mean? He's a good dude. You know what I mean? And he called me up. I don't know, what is it, like 2 years ago now? Fuck, it's been 2 fucking years.
I know, dude. It goes fast, bro.
And he was like, hey man, like we want to start getting this going again. We want to see where you're at. And you know, they had another dude, Clayton Mead, who just joined Condemn, who's a killer vocalist. And I didn't know at the time, like, that it was weird, man, because they had him, I guess they had him there or something. And I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, I just know what, you know, I was talking to Dave about, and he was just like, you know, we know you can like pull this off, and we want you to do this with us. And I was just like, you know, I kind of looked around my life, and I'm just like, because I know the way Dave like operates, you know, and it's streamlined, bro. You know what I mean? The dude is good, man. The dude is good at doing this. And so I said, yes, man. I was like, all right, let's fucking do this, you know? And it's been super fucking fun, man. I've had, dude, Ricky, Dan, and Dave, those 3 dudes are my brothers, man. Like, I've had so much fun with those motherfuckers, man. It's been really fucking cool, you know?
So that actually brings me to a point where I kind of wanted to bring this up because it's such a cool story to me. I don't know. It's got to be cool to you too, but it's still cool. We had talked about you coming up to South City because your lady was originally from here and stuff. And, you know, we had kept in touch throughout the years. And when I found out that you were dating somebody from South City, I was like, yo, do you ever come up here? And then you're like, yeah, I come up a couple times a week. And then I found out that you brought your daughter up with you as well. And my oldest and your daughter is the same age. So we figured out a way to get together, and we went to the San Francisco Zoo. Right. And, the fucking weirdest thing about that whole deal, where we're talking about, we take it back to that bloodletting tour where
Risha.
Yep. Yeah, dude. So we got fucking Decrepit, Odious.
Risha?
Yeah, dude. So listen to this story. So we got Decrepit, Odious, and Inherit all on that tour back then, and fucking fast forward to now, and Obie and me are just in contact. We're like, dude, we're gonna get together. Fuck yeah, let's get the kids together, and we all meet up. Dude, the moment that I am giving Obie a hug, hello, I look to my right, Risha's walking up to the zoo with his family as well. And I'm just like, wait, what?
Jesus.
Like,
That's funny.
Of all the times, like there was time, like we were late that day. We had planned to get there earlier, and both Obie and I were like, oh dude, we got this and that, and it kept on moving, you know, a couple times in the conversation forward in time, and then all of a sudden, boom, the time that we're there is the exact time that Risha is coming up. So it was just pretty cool. There's pictures of that too. That we got a picture together.
Yeah.
We had a good day that day too, dude.
But that was like one of those super weird coincidences, man.
Synchronicity, dude.
It can only happen in Northern California.
Yeah, but you're not from NorCal. That's the whole thing.
No, that's what I'm saying, dude. I've never been to that fucking zoo in my life, man. I didn't know anything about that place, dude.
Right? And Reach is like, if he's down in Santa Cruz, it would have taken him an hour and 15 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like all these things happen to where we all converged on the same point at the same time. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What a trip.
That was a total trip, man.
Years after we had seen each other all together. Years.
Many years.
It would have been those
This
shows.
was like a year.
I mean, I'd seen you after, but I'm saying like Risha, me and you together would have been that 2006 tour. And then boom, he's here there.
Definitely.
He's here there. He's here there. But he's here and I'm hugging him like, oh shit, dude, get in here for the hug, dude.
Yeah. That was the weirdest shit ever, dude. That was super fucking trippy, man.
Yeah. I loved it though. I had a good day.
Yeah.
All right. So we're at Pathology. So how many tours did you do with Pathology before shit went crazy?
You know, I did the one in 2010 with them. And then, you know, what was cool with that was they had like, it was like a, what do you call it? Musical chairs with fucking vocalists, you know? Cause I told them, cause I was getting married. So I'm like, look, I got a wedding, so I can't really do this whole tour. So he's like, okay, like, you'll do this much. So I did like, I don't know, like 2 or 3 weeks or something, came around. And then we picked up Sean Whitaker in Texas.
Oh shit.
And he hitched a ride. I continued to do the vocals and he was just like chilling with us to California. And then when we got to California, he took over and did the rest of his tour. You know what I mean?
Wow.
With them.
That kind of makes sense. Like he wants to see everybody doing it before he actually gets up on stage. You know, it's like if you're going to jump on real quick, we were talking Gabe style, like learning something really fast and then just jumping on it. Like, I mean, that seems beneficial to be on the tour with the band a few shows before he actually gets on stage.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You kind of see how it goes. You know what I mean? But yeah, so, you know, he did that. And then, you know, I had to come home, get married and stuff. Yeah, then I guess you could call it an active hiatus was in effect for, I don't know, fucking, what was that, 2011? And now we're in 2020. So probably 6 to 7 years. I didn't really, until I joined Iniquitous was when I really started like doing some more music stuff, you know? Mm-hmm. And then, then Dave asked me to do that stuff. And I was like, hell yeah, dude. Like, me and Dave are like, cool, man. He's a good dude, you know?
And you were up when you were up here for that zoo thing, you were up here recording for one of the Pathology albums with Zach, right?
Yes, that was the last album, Reborn to Kill. We were up there, probably a year ago or something, maybe a little more.
It was a little more than that, but I would say 2 years ago. No, it was less than 2 years ago because my youngest was born and she was actually home with mom while I took the boys to the zoo with you. So yeah, she's gonna be 3 in March. So obviously that's the 3-year mark. So yeah. But with Zach Oren was who you were doing your vocals with, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, he's good people.
So what part of that album did any of that was any of that done with Zach besides the vocals?
Everything.
Or was all of it done? Oh, okay.
We did the whole thing there.
Okay.
Yeah, recorded everything with Zach, and then we put it out on Pavement because they just wanted like a 1 album deal. And it's funny, dude. Pavement's like I don't know. Pathology's always done like trippy, weird shit. You know what I mean? Like they signed a Victory. Like what fucking brutal death metal band signs a Victory record?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's always done like the weirdest shit. And
was there a Discord album on Pavement too, or am I tripping? What was never mind, sorry.
I don't know. They did a bunch of like
They
obscure like Midwest shit.
Crash music was.
Oh, I was thinking of Crash. Sorry, yeah, I was
Crash and
mixing
Pavement
that up.
were kind of like together, right, Casey?
Oh, okay.
I don't really know.
If
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Either way, I was just mixing it up.
Yeah, but
just
like
know
I was
Crash
tripping out
was-
when he was like, "Oh yeah, Pavement's like going to do this and that," and you know, Dave's very strategic about like what he wants to do with the band, and I dig that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you gotta make smart moves, especially you know we ain't fucking kids anymore. You know what I mean? We got to figure out what's best for all of us to do, and that was a good move. You know, Pavement was a solid label, solid. They put out our last album, Reborn to Kill, and we toured the fuck out of it, and all the way up till the bitter, weird end.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it was that worked out well. I mean,
so now what are the plans for Pathology in the moment? Like, you guys, is everybody who should be writing?
oh
Or
yeah,
you guys, yeah.
and that's the thing. You know, people like Pathology has been kind of notorious for like a revolving door of members, and us four now are like solid, and we're doing this like we're doing it. You know, we're all having a great time. We're making music together. These dudes are great dudes. You know what I mean? The music is fucking fun as hell. And there's some big things in the works, and I can't really say what, but we're going to be making moves. And,
dude, I'm really happy
it's
hearing
gonna be
you.
big moves.
I'm really
nice.
I was gonna say I'm really happy hearing you talk like this, because it's like you really want to be excited for the future if you're in a project, and it sounds like you are. So it's just like, it's really good to hear that, you know.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be in a band like with people that you can, and like I said earlier, it's like huge when you're in a band with where everyone meshes. You know, that's like so important. You know what I mean? Like I've seen bands like Brain Drill implode on the road. You know what I mean? You go out on the road and you just you know?
Yep.
Yeah,
like
it's true.
you know,
Wild West, dude.
me and the dudes in Pathology can like
Road
fart in
stuff.
each other's face all day long, and we'll be good. You know what I mean? Like it's all gravy, dude.
At the
Like
end of the
all
day.
those dudes are super cool.
Yeah.
So I'm
actually, I was going to say, just to add to that, was you're talking about how it's a revolving door of members. If was that's what I'm saying. So your lineup had actually stopped that revolving door, you know, and that's really fucking cool to say, you know, like, because I've heard of it across the board with so many different bands. I mean, you could go up to Frank Zappa. Frank Zappa never had the same lineup on every
Chuck
album.
Schuldiner, everything, dude.
So
there's always a goal behind the revolving door. It's to have a fucking solid lineup. You know, there's a end goal. You know what I mean? And like
the end goal is to get everybody in the revolving door and to just keep them spinning.
But that's like
spin them out.
Important.
Just
Close
keep
the
them
door
in
off.
there. Yeah.
That's what I was like saying. You know what I mean? I'm like, you know, we just need to get us together and play shows and play shows and play shows
and be good
and
with
play
each
fucking
other.
shows.
And be good though. You know, it's like you can't put you're gonna do all these shows if you're with somebody who you can't vibe with, and that's gonna eventually fucking burn out. You know,
no, not at all. Yeah, for sure,
So that's what it is. It's like it's like you guys hit the roulette. You guys fucking got all 4 guys to line up in the right spots.
Yeah. At this age too, it's just like you don't want to do that when you're younger. Maybe you're like, oh, this guy's kind of weird. This guy's kind of weird. We'll make it work. Blah blah blah. As you get older, it's like, dude, let's fucking just have fun, man.
Yeah, I just want to be
like, I'm
with
tired of that
brothers.
drama shit.
Yeah,
Like,
I just want to be
you know
with
what I
my
mean?
brothers, and I want to make sure that if I say some stupid shit, that they'll put me in my place.
Yeah. Then we can all
and then
hug
I
afterwards.
accept it with brotherhood.
And I have. Let me just note that I have.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Pathology guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for Minnesota, and I'm gonna say sorry to Andre. I'm sorry. They know
I think how many years of the program is
okay, I'm gonna say sorry to you because
Well,
I spilled. I'm gonna say sorry to Obie because I spilled my dip bottle in his car.
Well,
like that is the worst thing to do.
No, you could spill something worse than
A
a dip.
dip
I mean, that's like,
bottle,
Yeah.
dude, that's mint. That's mint
Hey,
though.
It wasn't
It's
a jizz
mint
bottle, bro. Don't even
saliva.
trip.
Yeah, but it still smells like mint.
No,
Like, you know,
it
it's not
smells
like it's not.
smells like
I don't know.
infection.
It's not like an IPA is worse than that.
Tony,
Like,
it was winter.
Oh yeah,
green.
dude, spilling an
Winter
IPA.
green.
in your
It
car
smelled
would
April
fuck,
fresh. It was
dude.
great. I thought I was in the forest.
exactly. See, you brought him back. You probably got some memories and maybe wrote a tune about it. You know.
Yeah.
Kurzweil tune about fucking wintergreen, dude.
Hey, Obie,
No,
Fuck yeah.
Hey, on the Kurzweil tip, real quick, I have been obsessing on buying a T800 skeleton.
Man.
They're gonna sell them. They're $7,000 fucking dollars. A
Whew.
fully assembled T800,
with the
Better
Terminator.
start selling some Chris
Damn.
Barnes gear, dude.
I know.
dude. That is like, I don't even know what it's like. It's good.
It's like you got to sell some Ace Ventura gear.
But that's an old school model though, the T800, right?
Yeah, that's a
Dude.
dude. The first fucking Terminator, dude. Like, I
Yeah.
don't care if
For
like
me, it's the second one for me. But
T2, of course.
T2?
I'm 36.
You're a few years younger than me, man,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
why.
I saw that when I was
Oh,
5 years
you know?
old in the theater.
Oh yeah,
and
Yeah,
Guns
me
N'
too.
Roses, fucking.
I was 5
yeah,
years
no,
old.
dude. I'm 37. Like for me, I was like, whatever. No, it was like, dude, it was like I was 8 years. It wasn't. It was it's the same.
Dude,
It was like
original-
91.
Wait, real
92.
quick.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, let me
So-
talk about that real quick.
Wait.
37? All right, go for
Wait,
it.
hold on. So, yeah, so that dude, I saw that movie just like Joel was talking about. Like we were both about 7, 8 years old, you know, because it was like that time, and then Terminator 2 came out and all that stuff and all. I remember like my dad took me to go see it. It was like, oh
Me
shit,
too.
dude, fuck
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly, yeah, same time, yeah, and like, dude, I remember that like in the very beginning that like
Oh, the
or
skull
the
crushing.
skull crush thing. You're just like, oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god, like, oh shit,
Dude, I was
Then-
it was at the,
yeah.
keep going. Yeah, the whole crowd. I remember like it was at a Century Theater in San Jose, and it was right next
Yeah.
to the Winchester Mystery House, like one of those big dome theaters, and it was like super hard to get tickets
shit.
to it. And when the skull crushing scene happened, the whole crowd was like, "Woo!" Like everyone, everyone
Yeah.
freaked out, and they started like
Right.
clapping afterwards because they were so.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. So like the best part after that, just like you guys, of course, my dad, Todd, and he runs or whatever
Yeah.
it is, and he rides off on the motorcycle, and then it's like, and it's the you could be mine, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of Obie, you say
Dude.
you were in the program for a while, dude. You
Yeah.
know, my dad was the chairperson of Northern California for Narcotics
I've
Anonymous.
talked to you about that a couple times, bro.
Yeah, and he the guy that gets thrown on the grill in the opening scene where he tries to burn the cigarette or cigar on Arnold's chest.
Yeah.
He gets thrown on that was one of my dad's like buddies from the program.
Dude,
Really?
that's very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, I had links to that movie, man.
that's fucking
Fuck
awesome.
Terminator 1. I'm just kidding. No, I like Terminator 1 a lot.
Wait. In the first one or what are you talking
Second
about?
one, the second one, the bar
Yeah.
scene. Remember the bar scene where he
Yeah, dude.
he gets the
Yeah.
cigar, he's just all like,
Yeah, dude, he puts it out right here, right?
yeah, he's all, I
It's
want
like
your
right under
keys,
his
your boots,
chest.
and your motorcycle. That whole part, it was that guy's just
Yep.
all you have to say.
In my humble opinion, dude, there was too much money in the second one. The first one, dude. Okay, and check this out, dude. When we recorded the second Inherit Disease album, we watched the fucking extended cut of the Terminator, like with James Cameron's all of his fucking excerpts from everything. You know what I mean? And those dudes ran out of money. They came in like when Arnold was going in to kill Sarah, the first Sarah Connor, when he pulled up in the fucking station wagon. Dude, that was live in LA. They ran out of money. So they had a camera and they had Arnold pulling up in a fucking station wagon, running over a fucking little child's toy, the little truck. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. And then he walks up to the fucking, you know, all that shit and yanking the fucking big biker dude out the fucking the telephone booth.
Yeah.
All that stuff is extras that they did rogue. So all the people behind that scene are real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They ran out of cash.
Okay.
I don't know.
So that's why it wasn't as good. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I love you, buddy. I'm just kidding. No, we're getting a Terminator fight.
I'm sorry you're not old as
same
fuck, bro.
director.
I'm sorry you're not old as
No. That's totally a Joel move to
I'm just kidding.
like bleed your heart out about what you love and then just
I just crush it. I take that toy and I just run over it just like they did.
It's like a baseball bat. He's like home run.
That was my dreams right there, dude.
Yeah, it's all
fucked up, bro.
Dude,
I love the music in the first one. It's like
don't fuck
like
with part 2. We
fucking
need
sick.
all this merchandise to come out of storage right now, dude. He needs to know that he's gonna do the part 2 to bring that stuff out.
Yeah.
Dude, what else? Like, all right.
So it's a recreation of the skeleton.
Like
it's a recreation of the skeleton you're gonna buy. It's not like anything.
Anthony.
Obviously $7,000.
So
I think you okay.
When Chris Barnes dies, are you gonna purchase his skeleton?
I think that Obie should get. I support you in this T800. I think it's worth it, dude. I think
you think?
Yeah.
I've been really considering it like big time. I've always wanted like the head. They have Sideshow Collectibles. Like they make a head with like 3 vertebrae on it, and it says T2, like a big square on it. It says T2, and it's like a fucking head, and you can like turn this thing on the head and like pull the fucking brain chip out of it.
Chip out of it, yeah.
Those are like $500 or something, $700. But this one is like $7,000. But it's a fucking 6 foot tall.
Yeah, that's the one you want.
Full blown.
It's the main piece of your house.
If you're gonna go,
the main piece of your house. You know?
Yeah,
go
home. You know, it's kind of
That's a fucking mastectomy for me, dude.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool though, dude. You know,
but
just come home from work every day. You're just like,
you could put the cannibal t-shirts on the right?
I will do it all, bro.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want, dude.
You can, dude.
I'll be like Buffalo Bill in his
you
house.
fucking own your business. You can do whatever.
I know. We're talking about like struggling musicians and stuff. Like, shout out. What's your company name? What's your company name? If someone wants tile, what do they go? What's it called?
Elite Tile Works. And you know what? Let me okay, check it out.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Here's my fucking logo right here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I just changed it because it's been 10 fucking years. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to change the logo a little bit. I have a fucking dream of fusing my passions, like death metal and fucking tile work. You know what I mean? And I brought this to Chris Barnes literally like probably fucking 8 years ago or something. And I told him, I'm like, because I had a weird dream that I fucking built this dude a shower. And I remembered in my dream how I built it and what it was, you know? It's fucking trippy, dude. But I don't know. He just like bowed out. He was just like, no. But I that dude, okay, I built him like a little model, like this big.
Was it a diorama?
Jeez. Anthony.
No.
My model. How big?
On.
Sorry.
Why are you laughing, you dickhead?
I'm sorry, dude, because I've had too much beer.
I'm not talking about you, Anthony. I'm talking about you, Joel.
Oh, shit. Because I'm watching Anthony.
I feel guilty because I'm laughing and it's like
he's standing. He's right below my camera, so I just see him just.
No, it's okay. You know why? I'm a couple.
It's a diorama. Come on.
I'm a couple years older than you guys, so
Okay, all right. Yeah.
I'm just a little bit smarter. Okay.
You are. I mean, you're wiser.
You've
Oh, yeah.
experienced you
Hey,
have experienced this world
dude.
a few more years more
Yeah.
than you.
I got a lot of stupid under my belt. So,
No, we're not calling you stupid at all, dude. I'm just laughing at
what?
Anthony,
Chris
why are
Barnes,
you
and I'd love him to death at the same time. It's funny. All right. We've gotten off the rails here.
Yeah,
Hardcore, dude.
Okay.
What's the dream? What's the
we're all
combining the
joking.
two
Okay.
passions?
Silly.
trip out on this, dude. I had a fucking dream, like when I was listening to a lot of fucking old school death metal. I had a fucking dream that I built Chris Barnes a shower. Like in my fucking dream, like I knew exactly what I was gonna do. Like I don't know if any of you guys ever had that happen, but like,
Okay. No, before you said that, I had that, but it was with Tupac. He lived in my backyard in my shed. Swear to God, I had the fucking same dream. Tupac was in my backyard after he died.
Exactly.
I'm just like, so I understand what you're saying, and I'm totally just poking
I
at
feel okay. Trip out on this, dude, and I feel like I'm like Doc Brown with the flux capacitor, dude.
Mhm.
I fucking woke up and I sketched out a shower that I built for fucking Chris Barnes, dude, with a one of those.
as the shower head.
What?
Like his mouth was the shower head. What?
What's the?
What is
I'm
this?
looking at you. Yeah. You dickheads.
No, dude, you went with like this. You said he had the shower like this, and I was like,
Yeah, we don't
So, did
understand
you
that.
have-
What does that mean?
Yeah,
I was like a
Guys,
face.
You guys are fucking assholes.
What am I doing, dude? I'm not even doing. I was like, I saw you do
Okay,
that, and I was
listen.
like, okay, so is this like a face that's spitting
No,
water
okay,
at him?
Okay, all right. I had a fucking dream that I built a fucking shower for this dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I hit him up, dude. And I was like, dude, I had a fucking dream. I built this shower, and I woke up in the morning,
Mhm.
like bumping your head with a flux fucking capacitor, and I drew out this fucking shower. And I sent it
And what
to
it look like?
I haven't seen it for
So-
probably 10 years.
Why would it be?
But-
What's it linked to? Why is it linked to Chris Barnes? That's what I want to know. Like,
Yeah, how does it
Because
make a Chris
I
Barnes
think-
shower?
I think, here's the thing, dude. I think that I had been listening to so much old Cannibal Corpse that it like just like fused into my dreams, dude. And because I'm a tile guy, man, and I think about that shit all the time, dude. So when that shit happened, I shot him a message randomly. I'm like, dude, I had a super weird dream, and I drew, like, when I woke up, I drew it out like fucking Doc Brown, dude. You know what I mean? Like I drew the whole fucking thing out all crazy with like the sixes, like you know what I mean? I'm like, dude, I dreamt I built you a fucking shower, and I was not lying, dude. You know?
some
I was
triple
like, hey,
six,
man.
some
And he
triple
was like,
six
dude.
cleaning shit.
What?
Like he had like sixes, like 666 shower shit.
No, sixes for like 6 feet under.
Oh,
Like,
Okay.
you know, the backwards six.
okay. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm
I'm-
sorry, you guys.
I'm just no, dude.
Oh, I
don't
love it. I love it.
apologize,
Let's
dude.
just like
No.
cut this part out and go to something else.
Come on, dude. No, we're having a good time, dude. Come on. This is fine. You're
fucking
great.
love
dude.
it,
You're
dude. I
doing
love
I'm,
it.
I'm being
very-
totally
This
real.
is my
though.
favorite
Dude,
one so far. This is my
I
favorite
know,
podcast
that's
so far.
exactly
Hey,
straight
hey.
up, dude. This is what we want, bro.
Listen,
want the
I'm
real.
being totally fucking real, man.
And I'm
You know
not
what I
making
mean?
fun of it,
And
dude.
I know how much hate that motherfucker gets and shit, but like this
Bro.
was literally fucking 10 years ago. And I had a fucking dream. I built a fucking shower for him, man.
So what
With,
do you-
like,
he said-
6 feet
so-
under thing.
Okay.
So what did he
No,
say
I
then?
just want to real
What did he
quick,
say
Joel.
then?
I just want to go back because I want Obie to know this. Like, Chris Barnes was the first motherfucker that I heard that made me realize like I wanted to do death metal vocals. Okay. Like I heard Eaten Back to Life and I heard Morbid Angel, and I was just like, yes, these are the types of vocals that I want to do. So whatever I'm saying right now, I'm just fucking having fun, dude. Wait, I can't get close enough now.
You guys ever notice like the more buzzed I get, I'm just like,
That's fine. Oh, dude, you have cool fucking colored eyes, bro.
oh yeah.
Yeah, beautiful eyes,
Different.
dude.
No, you really do. They're different.
No,
They're
it's cool.
green. They're
Yeah.
green. All right. So I'm not talking shit about one of the most famous and awesome death metal vocalists of all time.
You
Chris
already did
Barnes
twice.
is always
Hey,
always
I'm
going
gonna
to be
call
the
you
shit.
out right now. You already did twice this episode, but it's okay.
Did I really
fun.
say that? Anything that bad though? No, I want to wear that shirt, dude. You're going to take a picture of me in it.
Cool. All right.
Or not.
Get your ass down here.
No, you said you were coming up here, dude.
Yeah, I'm coming up there. I'm gonna pack
Bring
it
the
up.
shirt with you and
No, hell no. Hey,
you're not
they
gonna
don't have
bring
a vacuum sealed fucking COVID
dude,
safe.
I will shower.
Put it
I will
in.
shower 4 times that day. I'll shower
Really?
4 times that day. I'll scrub it all down. I'll stay in a vacuum. Like, no, that's another joke. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
but
you're
I
not
really
for real.
would
You
like.
almost said I'm for real. You almost said I'm for real just there.
Okay.
Or anyway,
guys,
so we could let's
I'm
get
not-
back on track. Let's get more on track because we're going
Yeah,
a
we're
little off
skewed.
the.
We're
Off
skewed.
the
Joel,
But no.
thank you for taking over, buddy.
no, but Obie. So the one thing I
love
don't
you, Obie.
understand though, the one thing I don't understand is that when you said that you had the shower thing, you never concluded. So what happened? You showed it to him, and then what?
I showed it to him, and he was. This was when he lived in Florida. This was like
Okay.
I don't know, fucking a long ass time ago. And he was like, dude, I'd love to fucking have you do it, but I'm like moving out of Florida and I'm moving to fucking Seattle. And I was like, cool, man. Like, that's even better. Move to fucking Seattle and, we'll make it happen from there. And he was like, okay, cool. And then he moved to Seattle and I'm like, dude, like, what's going on, man? Do you want, like, cause dude, I was going to build this thing for him for free. Like for
Jesus.
free, bro.
Damn.
That's how fucking stupid I am.
Well, no, also you just had this vision and you wanted to execute it as an artist when we were
I
going
just wanted to
to
see Joel smile.
bring it back to you doing tile as art. Like that's what you're saying. You had a vision you want to execute.
Yeah.
But I had a fucking dream about that. And I don't like, usually, what sucks about working a lot in your life is like, you work all day and then you go home and then you go to sleep. And in your dreams, you dream about what you do in the day. And then you wake up and you feel like you worked a whole fucking day.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
like
I've
never
had
ending cycle.
so many of those dreams.
That's a horrible thing. You know what I mean? But
it is.
But
unless you're doing something that you love.
Exactly. And when something like that popped up, like I just had to like kind of speak out about it. And now I'm just like, I want to do it for anybody in metal. Like you know what I mean? Like I shot a message to fucking dude from Broken Hope.
You're talking about mixing the tile business with death metal, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to do a fucking shower for Scott Ian from fucking Anthrax, SOD. I would love to fucking do something for anybody that wants.
Well, you got me thinking now. So it's like you could really, as a tile guy, you can look at it artistically and be like, okay, what is a variation of tile that would represent Scott Ian from Anthrax? And you look at all your tile.
I've already got it down. Like I can do anything. Like anything anybody wants to do. Like I can do like water jet marble cutting. Like, you want to have a fucking glowing logo of your fucking band on the wall.
There we go.
Shower.
Shout out.
I can make that happen.
Shout out to Obie's Towel Company. You want a glowing logo? You can do that.
Elite.
You can do it. Elite Towel Company.
Tile works.
You could get you can get whatever you want in your shower. Obie Flett.
Yes.
Obie Flett, ladies and gentlemen.
But if you're not in Cali, you got to fly him out.
There it is.
If it's the right person, dude, like I'll come out. I don't even care, man.
You already
like
did
I was thinking about like, man, I would do a shower for fucking John Tardy. I would fucking do a shower for that dude. Like a glowing fucking obituary logo or like the goat eye. Like, holy fuck. I would do some sick ass shit for that dude. You know what I mean?
That's cool, man. I mean, that's a unique way to mix your art and your work with your hobby and what you love. You know what I mean? That's cool.
That's what.
And you can also move it into
when we get older.
You can move it into the fans of those bands too. Like whoever they want to do, you get what your favorite band in your shower, you know?
But hey, to like cap this off, to make a long story short, man, like I've achieved a really good balance, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. That's
It's
good,
really
dude.
good. You know what I
That's
mean?
looking
Like,
good, brother.
Fuck yeah.
like work is good and my fun is good and everything
yeah.
is good. You know, it's really hard to achieve, bro.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
and the reason why I know you called me out is because you know that out of everybody on this podcast, I'm the closest to where you're at, dude. We're grinding, and we're grinding for the people that we love. We've made some of the people that we love, and we're grinding for them.
And this podcast has kind of been a way for you to kind of mix your love for podcasts and metal together, Anthony. It's kind of like
Totally, dude.
It's like where you can kind of
Well,
still
yeah. It's like find the death metal dads, the guys that went through it somewhat like me, and also are in the position to now have to be responsible for other humans, and actually, like, not only just be responsible for them, but like make an impact. And and that's what I'm striving to do every day. And I know that Obie, every time I talk to you, bro, you're doing the same thing, dude. I know I don't have to be
do it right, bro. We're trying to do it right. You know,
I don't have to be a fly. I don't have to be a fly on the wall in Obie's house to know that Obie's fucking doing it right, dude.
That's why we got the right motherfucker for the job for the fucking 7th episode, which we're gonna wrap up here, right? I think we're
lucky number 7. I don't
lucky
even know
number 7. I fucking Obie. Thanks for coming out, Hobie. I know you pissed him. Whatever.
Yeah. Hobie, hey, nobody's ever called me Hobie except for the local guy at the liquor store. Hobie. Hello, Hobie.
Hobie.
Well, dude, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it, dude.
Hey,
you're the
this was super fun, dude. And I'm actually not joking. Like, let's really do like another.
Yeah, I want the fucking memorabilia.
Obie merch stash episode.
Yeah, so we can do that. That's literally can be like an hour-long thing, bro.
I'm down.
We're here for an hour.
I have
that should be
really,
a Patreon episode, though.
What?
Yeah,
that should be for the paying supporters.
How can people support your bands? Are like on the websites and order stuff?
We don't have Patreon, but if you want to support the bands that I'm in, you can go to pathologyband.com and order some merch or a CD or whatever else we have on there.
Awesome.
You can go to New Standard Elite and order some Iniquitous Deeds merch.
Fuck yeah.
I'm not sure what they have on there, but support those dudes. You know what I mean? And of course, Inherit Disease, my OG band. Hey, you got to search. If you're that diehard, you got to search.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
the Google
you're
search.
Just putting us onto something real quick. I was just gonna say, like, this has been such a quick thing that we started doing. We didn't really have too much planned before we started doing it, and we haven't really been mentioning any of the other bands, socials and other aspects of getting to their merch or information about them. So it's just, if you haven't seen the other episodes, go check them out. Thank you for subscribing. It's cool that we're on Apple Podcasts now, so you could listen to us, SoundCloud as well. So yeah, dude, we're just gonna keep going with this, Obie. It was super cool to fucking have you, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Tony, man, I didn't even plug Archaic.
Oh, dude, go for it, dude.
I didn't even say Archaic once this whole time.
That's fine, dude. No, go for it, dude. Plug him right now.
Archaic is fucking sick, dude.
Yeah,
Eric
fucking shit, bro.
And company are fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Those guys are fucking the most hardworking death metal band I've ever seen in Southern California.
Right?
They're coming over for my friends giving. They're gonna be here.
Yeah,
Perfect.
dude.
Yeah. I'll tell
them
all
over the place. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is that, yeah, dude, it's just like, it's really cool. You're a little bit older than us. It's like there's these half generations that we don't even call it generations anymore. It's just like, everybody's everybody, but
it is what it is.
You're a little bit older than us. We're a little bit younger than you, and then Archaic's just a little bit younger than us. So it's like, the trickle down situation, and it was just it's just really cool to watch those dudes from what we knew what they were till now. That's what it is to know that we were in your scene, the SoCal scene, you were watching all these young cats come up. Same thing in the Bay. We were watching all these young cats come up. We were coming up in the same way. So it's just like, just keep the cycle going, dude.
You know what I really hope is the best thing to come out of this, man? That the next time that I see you or fucking Joel or Casey or anybody on this fucking podcast, that we bro down so hard.
Yeah, dude. We
Fuck
bro
yeah.
down hard.
We always do, dude. Every time last time I saw you, it's just nothing but a bro down. That's all it is.
Yeah.
What it
It's
is.
awesome. Totally,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
I hope
dude.
to get
And-
to hang out with you sometime, Obi.
yeah,
Definitely.
dude.
Yeah, man. Miss you.
Definitely.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely.
For
I'll
sure.
come out to
right,
Pathology
brother.
for sure.
Oh,
Thanks
so
for
hang out
coming
just
on,
for a couple
Obi.
more
Yeah.
minutes after the end of this. But yeah, I love everybody.
Sure.
Thank you so much for tuning in. This was a blast. Episode 7 in the bag. We will be taking a break for Thanksgiving, but we'll be back after that. So tune in.
Woo.
Yep.
Yeah.